hundreds of residents in nearly
things that the Prime Minister announced in Parliament on Tuesday was changes to the configuration of the Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management, ODPEM, right? So he said ODPEM is going to be brought under the Office of the Prime Minister, and he also announced that the acting Director General, Richard Thompson, who has been acting for quite a while, over several different stints, at least 2 different stints, that he's being replaced with an Army officer. So one of the things I asked at the press conference today was whether those changes haven't been made necessary by the way in which the government has weakened the office over the past few years in terms of not appointing a permanent head, and as well in terms of sidelining ODPEM during times of national disaster. What you'll see, if you can remember, the hurricane, all kinds of things, what you see are politicians out front talking about everything instead of the actual trained experts. So Prime Minister Andrew Holness answered.
There is no denying that over time, that capability and prominence was not as it was in previous times. There are several factors that contribute to that. One of them would be the level at which the executive leadership was remunerated. In other words, for a job such as what is the task of ODPEM, the salaries did not keep pace because just from a competitive point of view, if you want the best people, you have to pay well. And the best people are being competed for with other entities all over the place. So Jamaicans who have the capabilities are being pulled all over. And so even now as we speak, ODPEM is still in this process of the compensation review. And that in a sense, is probably the main issue. We have had several disasters before. And, so if you were to say, how would you judge ODPEM in preparation, in standing up the preparation for disasters? I think you would say that the preparation for disasters went well. So even with not having necessarily the strongest executive leadership, we were still able to mount a credible preparation.
Listening there to Prime Minister Andrew Holness speaking earlier today at the OPM press briefing. We're joined by disaster mitigation expert and former head of ODPEM, Dr. Barbara Kirby, and we also have with us social development specialist, Dr. Peter Ann Baker. So, Dr. Kirby, your thoughts first on these changes?
My first reaction was, what? In the middle of the response? Well, perhaps not quite the middle, but certainly the middle of the beginning of the response. So I was very surprised that at the timing, because surely you'd want someone who has Mr. Thompson's experience over many years of emergency management to be involved in the response, So that was my first reaction.
And for you, Dr. Baker?
Yeah, boy, I listened to the clip that you're playing as the Prime Minister's response, and I'm shaking my head and I'm sad. And I've said it publicly that there are a set of public servants at ODPEM who have been used as the scapegoats, as everything. You're basically standing up and saying, well, the people we have there are really not competent and thing. But notwithstanding that, and I'm saying, notwithstanding the fact that Jamaica is a highly vulnerable island, we are going to not move quickly in terms of making the necessary salary rearrangements and review of job description and completing them so that we can get in the purported level of staff that we require. I am so offended. My heart breaks for the public servants who work in that organization. You want to see patriotism? That those people get up every morning and go to work and do their best with resources that are diminishing month by month. And it is not, I would suggest, due to their incompetence or negligence. I am ashamed for my country, really, that we can take senior civil servants who have dedicated their lives to the service of this country and treat them that way in the public domain. Worse.
So, okay, strong words. Do you?
I feel strongly about it.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm saying I feel strongly about it, John, because I mean, maybe I'm going to have to start saying I can remember ODPEM in its glory days. Although even at that point in time, I had my criticisms and so on. But, you know, ODPEM had started out with the blueprint for the disaster risk management, risk preparedness and all of those things. You know, everybody else's strategy is based on what was developed by people like Franklin McDonald and Barbara Carby, whom you have on here now. The people who used to work for ODPEM as directors general went on to UN jobs, to consulting with governments and so on. So this is not pure evil.
Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the ways of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law do we meditate day and night. For we shall be like trees planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth our fruit in our season. Our leaves shall not wither, and whatsoever we do shall prosper. Welcome to Talk Jamaica on a Sunday morning. This Sunday morning show is where we invite Jamaicans to speak their minds on topical issues affecting the island of Jamaica. This is the show on a Sunday morning. Welcome to all my subscribers. Welcome to all Portland Spice ambassadors. Welcome to all followers, all fans and family of Portland Spice TV. Good morning and welcome to all the haters, because they follow us. They watch every morning. Welcome to all comrades and laborites. Welcome to all non-voters. Welcome everybody. And for most important welcome, we welcome the Lord Jesus Christ, who is sitting with us this morning. Blessings and thank you. May the words of our mouth and the meditation of our hearts be acceptable in thy sight, Lord Jesus Christ. You are our strength and our Redeemer. Welcome once again to Talk Jamaica. You know, my people, I went back for that clip this morning because it's a critical clip after removing the head of ODPEM. What has changed? What has changed at the Office of Disaster Emergency Management? Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management. What has changed?
You can pause for a second. Can you tell me who currently owns that website, the Support Jamaica website? I know it would have been created by a private developer on behalf of the government, but what's the current status of it?
So the private developer still owns the website. The agreement is an SAS, and forgive me if I forgot the meaning of it, but primarily it is they develop the website and then offer us the service. So we have 1 year's free service to the portal.
Do we have a formal agreement with that?
We do have a formal agreement in place. In the initial phases of it, for the rapid development and deployment of the website, yes, there wasn't the necessary agreement in place, but we had subsequently regained on that and caused for an agreement to be signed governing that website and its mechanisms.
He's out. I said it yesterday morning, and I am saying it again. There is more investigation that needs to be done in this Why would the government not own the website that people are donating funds to? You know, deeper questioning is needed, because whoever owns the website have unfettered access to all the data. How do we then know that every cent that is donated to the Jamaican government comes through the way it ought to? Is there a percentage of the donation that goes to the developer of the website? Deeper questioning of this issue is needed. I'm coming to your caller. Deeper questioning. Why would the government not develop or even pay them to develop the website and owns the website? I've been saying it, and I continue to say it, that the government is incompetent. There's another issue with what Rakimi told the committee on Wednesday. Rakimi, this is the one. Let me see if this is the one.
To the permanent secretary, because you're the best person here equipped to answer this. And I really find this one mind-boggling. The National Disaster Fund Committee, the tenure expired in September 2023, and it was only in June of this year, a month ago, that a new committee was established. And the reason I find it mind-boggling...
Hold on, Julian. Hold on. Let me see if this one is the one.
Before
point about the percentage of donations that were deployed need to be put in the context, I would suggest, Chair, that we were getting donations in kind and we got cash donations. The decision that was taken was in the immediate aftermath of the hurricane, while persons were in need of physical items. Giving them money would not help them at that time necessarily. They were interested in getting physical items. The items that were donated in kind were given priority. Some of them were also perishable. Notwithstanding the policy, we still ended up losing some things that were close to expiry date. The decision was to, using the helicopter support we got from the US and otherwise and other support, to get physical items that were donated out to the people in the immediate aftermath. We then had to focus on giving them more ability to spend, and we had to work with the businesses in the locations to make sure they were open, because if people got money and there were no businesses open, they couldn't spend it. Then we put our attention to recovery in terms of structures. Again, the first priority was to where roofing and other building material were donated. The first priority was to use those with the support of the Jamaica Defense Force and some other forces that came in to actually repair roofs that could be repaired. While that was happening, the relevant ministry, NHT and so on, were looking at more medium-term solutions to bring in housing solutions that could be provided for people with closer to total loss. The funds that we had, the idea was to reserve those funds to acquire and provide for these units that would give people the recovery.
When you say units, you're talking about what? Housing units?
The modular housing units and that we're getting in for recovery. But the bottom line to the point is that the totality of the donations we got included cash and kind, and the priority was to use up the resources in kind first. So by reporting that at a certain point only a small percentage of the donated funds were used, it doesn't capture the fuller picture that of all the donations, including the kind, we did substantially use up the donations in kind to provide for the immediate need. And it was a part of the plan that most of the funds that were donated would be used for the more medium-term sustainable recovery, including the housing solutions. That's the context I wanted to provide here.
The context is important, and yes. I don't think anybody could challenge in the immediacy of the hurricane that you would use the items which were donated and what was perishable. I think the challenge most of us had was at the time of the audit, which I believe was in June, and you can correct me, Mr. McAdam, which would have been 8 or 9 months, 7 or 8 months post the hurricane. And we would be looking at medium term now, because you would have resolved the immediate problems. Not resolved, but you would have started the process of dealing with immediate problems. That, in June, when I believe this report was...
Ease out, Julian. Where Rocky meets Selico, all of that make any sense to you? I want to know if all of that make any sense, because them people must take with a jackass. Real jackass on the take with her. But you not spend the money because you had things in kind that you wanted to get rid of first. I don't think people are idiot. What? So you did take up the check down, eh? So what the government go sit down and come up with this, if you can tell we, after when the Auditor General first came, them say the Ministry of Finance never sign off on the money them to spend. That's why the money never spent. Then the Prime Minister tell we it was a strategy. Then at this, we no choose to come tell we. Well, I guess them say when fool are talk, then think Uncle fool are listen. Carla, good morning and welcome.
Good morning and thanks for welcome, man. 3 quick points. 1, 2, 3. Let's start from the bottom. I'm reminding you that you are to begin to put something in place for your 25th anniversary of parish. Make it very special in 2028. So I know you're a lover of your parish and you do a lot. So that preparation would include highlighting Boston, etc. The Golden Veil Sugar Factory, etc. They're a very special cane variety that they grow in Portland. But as time goes on, we'll tell you more on it. Hello?
Yes, we're listening to you, sir.
Yeah, man. The second point, the caller David yesterday, just remind him and just look and exactly what the gentleman from the Frenchman who headed the IMF at the time, Dominic Strauss-Kahn, he put a report on the borrowings. And this is what he said. Everything is like you're putting a glass of snowball in the sun. That also he described the Jamaican borrowings from the IMF in the 2009. So it makes for an interesting read.
Who is
Dominic Stratt?
Dominic Stratt put out an article, you say?
Yeah, it's on the IMF website. He was heading the IMF named Dominic Stratt. Dominic Strauss-Kahn, K-H-A-N.
Yeah, man.
He was the IMF gentleman. And there was also a gentleman by the name of D. Leon. He was the country representative.
Yeah, man. He was in Jamaica at the time. And when Ralston asked him what is happening with the deal, he said the GLP can't provide nothing for him to take to the IMF. So them couldn't take the tests.
Right. But tell you, Colin, quickly, I want to take up the time. We made a grave error there which took years to recover from, because it was a wrong agreement with what.
Yeah, man, because none of them understood how the IMF work. So they take the wrong agreement and mess up the whole thing. And then labor right bloggers have the gall to be on their platform talking about the GLP angle, the Jamaican economy the best. What
no, but
rubbish.
those kind of egregious things when it was generate and to pull through, you know.
Yeah, but you see, you have to give it to Andrew Holness, you know. He's a smooth operator, you know. And the GLP, the PNP need to get a hold of themselves. I don't think that the PNP is strategizing properly. I don't think that the PNP is using the right method when they campaign. I don't think those who are sitting at the table to argue the issues that is affecting Jamaica are getting it right for the PNP. I don't think so. And Andrew Holness is using his deception and his smooth talking ability, because Andrew Holness has gone to school to learn to do public speaking. And he has mastered the art of public speaking. And he's using that to deceive the Jamaican people. Because I say all of that to say this. Hold on. I say all of that to say this. When you see Andrew Holness come and talk about the economy, it is to put the PNP on their back foot and to build a narrative that they are the ones who do well at the economy. Because the truth about the economy, the GLP can't deal with it. So them say the best way of defense is to attack. So Andrew Holness attacks the PNP as it relates to the economy from time to time. And the PNP has not found the right method of putting the correct information out there to the Jamaican people so as to understand for the Jamaican people to understand the truth about the Jamaican economy.
Yeah. All right. He was in church yesterday and the minister warned him. He spoke to him about deception.
Yeah, man. He's a deceiver. And who is the best deceiver the world has ever known?
Well, and interestingly, the minister is from your part, you know. The pastor is from your area.
Yeah.
You brought him up by the name of some Johnson or something like that.
So what the pastor tell him?
Be careful, there are consequences for deception. And it's a thing that will have severe impact, not only on the individual, but on the country at large.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But we move on. Yeah, we move on. The holiday coming up on the 1st. What's the name again?
Emancipation Day.
Emancipation Day, Colin. I personally think we need to revisit it. I'm going to show you something. When Sam Sharp was hanged on the 17th of May, 1732, 300 people they hung with Sam Sharp now on that day. 300 persons hung alongside Sam Sharp. Then the bad thing, Sam Sharp should not have been hanged because the law told them that they have no authority. They were breaking the law to own slaves. But in the Parliament in England and the Parliament in Scotland passed that law and say you must own any slave. On top of that, when they hung Sam Sharp in 17, along with the 300 people, you had the riots in Guyana, where over 200 people were killed. And it's the same set of owners in large part that own the estates in Guyana. They own estates in Jamaica, such like all Holland. They own estates such like Balaclava, by the Lackover estate. They were the ones who owned that estate. And up in my corner, where I am from, they own that, where they had a treadmill. And after they hung Sam Sharp and 300 men, they still continue operating the treadmill. Whenever you have time in your hand and your listeners, ask them just to Google and look at the treadmill. And that was what they operated up in in St. Catherine.
Okay.
And then at a different parish.
Okay.
And I'm saying we should and must make some adjustments and make sure we bring our case to England and forget what those people are saying. And thank you for your huge contribution, my brother. And keep in mind the celebration of your 200.
Yeah, man, I make a note of it, and hopefully we can come up with something significant to mark the day.
Yeah, man, huge. Take care, brother.
Blessings. Colin, leave the PNP alone. Righteousness exalt a nation. God will deal with Andrew. No, but you see, let me tell you something. You have to educate the people. And a lie goes unchallenged sounds like truth. You have a lot of Jamaicans who do not search for the truth. Turn off the instrument in the background.
Hello?
Yeah, man, turn off the instrument in the background.
Hello?
Turn off your instrument in the background.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, morning.
Hello?
Morning.
Hello?
Anyway, if you allow somebody to go out there and constantly lying to the people and nobody rebuts it, what that will do, people will start believing that it's true. The PNP have a responsibility to push back at the GLP lies. And I am getting uncomfortable with how the PNP is responding to the labor rights. You see, there's a voice note going around that David called me yesterday and said it is damning and who must resign. I heard the voice note before yesterday. And I struggled to find the damning context of the voice note. I also heard Dean Jackson Miller, and I don't know if it's AI because...
Hello?
Hold on, sir, hold on. I don't know if it's AI them use Pandy and Jackson Miller or if it's really she. Because I try my best to listen over, even since morning, I've been going over that voice note. But maybe because I am a member of the PNP, I can't find it. So anybody will hear the despicable part, the part that needs, that somebody should resign, I want to hear it. Go ahead, caller. Morning and welcome to Talk Jamaica.
Yes, good morning, my brother.
Morning.
Yesterday, they keep saying it is 1.4 billion donated, right?
1.44 billion.
Yeah,
through the portal.
Yesterday, that same ODTM guy was on a platform talking, Wayne Lumsden played on his show.
Yeah.
Right? And he said that it is 8 million US they received, which when they work it out, it add up to 100 and odd billion. So why people keep putting?
Not speak about the phone now, please. Hold on. Well, you see, I am going to go with what the Auditor General said. The Auditor General said is 1.44 billion.
Yeah, but he was on a platform. He was on a platform stating that it is 8 million 80 they collected in net.
8 million how much?
8 million 80.
Hold on.
Hold
on, caller. Hold on.
Yes, brother.
Hold on. Can you say him said him? Hold on. The calculator looks so ugly, man. Let me find the next one. Calculator come up, it look ugly like some alpha numbers. I like to check 8 million US.
8 million US 80. 8 million 80 US.
8 million 0
8
8 0 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. Hold on. Nuts. I can't manage a calculator upon that something. Beg it back my phone up, please. Oh, you're on it? I wanted to calculate this, but this calculator is just ugly. 8 million 80. 8 million and 80. Right? Then you have 1 2 3. Multiply by 160. All right. So that's a 1 2 3. 1 2 3. 1 2 3. So that's 1 billion. 1 billion mash, man. 1.44 billion. The Auditor General.
8 million 80.
8 million US? Yeah, man.
8 million 80 US multiplied by I think it would go multiply.
Multiply by 160.
Yeah, 160.
Yeah. Multiply by 160. Yeah, man. 1.292 billion. So the Auditor General is saying it's more than that. It's 1.44.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to work it out back and see.
Yeah, man. It's 1.44 billion. That's what the Auditor General say, and that's what me I work with.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yes, brother.
800 million?
8 million.
Somebody is saying him say 800 million. 800 million US.
No, 8 million US himself. 8 million US.
Somebody on the platform is saying it's 800.
800 million himself?
That's what somebody on the in the chat room I say. Same say 800 million.
Well,
that would be 128 billion. If it's 800 million. But the scholar is saying is 8.08 million.
I'm gonna watch what the thing was real long to play this 30. Just for
all right, brother. All right. But the point is, what Rocky Mead go to the PAC go say is rubbish. And Julian, you need to start play politics and stop agreeing with rubbish. What the man mean that the plan was to deal with the the material and the food stuff. So you are saying while giving out food stuff, you couldn't spend no money? So the government, every time you check them, show that them cannot walk, chew gum, hold hand, kick stone, and even think at the same time. The government is incompetent.
And she said she called Jamaica one a day because she come to do some business and one business take her the whole day, so she only can go
one business a day. 1-876-804-7072. That's the number to call. The program is Talk Jamaica. This is the morning. We don't carry no guests on a Sunday morning. We open the phone line and we allow the people to talk. Yes, Ryan Brown is 1,229,800,000 based on what the caller said. What the Auditor General told us, it is 1.44 billion. 1,444,000,000. Yeah? The government is telling us that they plan to just give away what they get and hold the money. Wait, but hold on. Rocky. Don't make them have you. I tell no lie for them, Rocky. You're a politician. Don't do it. The Prime Minister told us that NHT money that go buy the modular homes. You know, we find these things and put them to shame and show them and put them to shame, man. We're not tired of embarrassment. How you know come and tell we say is the donation money I go buy modular. But Jesus Christ.
We're getting donations in kind, and we got cash donations. The decision that was taken was in the immediate aftermath of the hurricane, while persons were in need of physical items. Giving them money would not help them at that time necessarily. They were interested in getting physical items.
What?
The
Hold
items
on.
that were
What
got
rubbish?
from the US and
Hold on.
otherwise and other support.
At which time money couldn't help the Jamaican people? Eh? You not tell me when money couldn't help Jamaican people. Why anybody join this GLP just turn clown?
Or to get physical items that were donated out to the people in the immediate aftermath. We then had to focus on giving them more ability to spend, and we had to work with the businesses in the locations to make sure they were open, because if people got money and there were no businesses open, they couldn't spend it. Then we put our attention to recovery in terms of structures. Again, the first priority was to where roofing and other building material were donated. The first priority was to use those with the support of the Jamaica Defense Force and some other forces that came in to actually repair roofs that could be repaired.
Hold on for me, caller.
While that was happening,
Hold on for me, caller. Just hold a sec.
Relevant ministry, NHD and so on, we're looking at more medium-term solutions to bring in housing solutions that could be provided for people with closer to total loss. The funds that we had, the idea was to reserve those funds to acquire and provide for these units that would give people the recovery.
He's out. So the Prime Minister told us that NHT was going to buy 5,000 modular homes, modular units. Rocky, caller morning. Go ahead, please.
Good morning, Colin.
Yes, sir.
Well, we have to change the Hogpen name to Hogpen right now.
Tala.
This gets Hogpen stink.
Where's the Hogpen turn Hogpen?
Hogpen. Hogpen stink. And number two again, the second thing I asked this morning again, back to this leaking tape now. Is the opposition there to oppose?
You see, the opposition is not there just to oppose, caller. Yeah? But that is part of them thing too. But, you know, oppose things were good. You understand?
Yes. But there's nothing in it. I don't call it now. I call it Farah.
Well, I call it the toddler.
And Farah, because it can't start.
I like how the man from St. Elizabeth do it. It's a baby. You have to teach it for walk and eat and all them something. Yeah. So Nara means suffering longer.
Thank you. So when the opposition oppose, there's no leaking tape.
But what is in the tape? Have you heard the tape, sir? Have you heard the tape?
Yeah, I hear it. Because they want to say it's my brethren from central Manchester.
Yeah, but
I don't think it's, but it's not his. It's not Mara voice. Not Mara won't say that, man. Mara is my brethren.
But what was said that is damning? What was said that is damning?
That's why I'm saying to you, opposition is there to oppose. Sometimes look how Andrew you used to oppose everything. Look at even the prison what England were giving to us. Look how you oppose it, and right now we need it.
Yeah.
So that is more damning more a league tip right now.
So where Roses say about Donovan Williams, how many never hear Dan Jackson Miller upon it? So Donovan Williams them a thief, taxpayers' money.
No, you can realize the reason why mainstream media is dying. Because the only people who's talking the truth, you know, is social media. And they should try to understand that it's not in the days when Edward Seaga were running. Although Edward Seaga training, but guess what? Edward Seaga days are gone. Now it's social media take things over now.
But them people are not shame, you know. No matter how you embarrass them, they still can't tell you more lie, you know.
No.
Because what is them make Rocky Mead come out and say?
Nothing.
And I am upset with how calm Julian Robinson were when the man I tell you this crap, this rubbish.
Yes,
and I'm really sorry that I didn't get a chance to be at the NEC this week, you know.
And by now that Indian guy should be in jail.
For what? Where you put the Indian man in jail
for stole the money.
Which money the man thief? Not do that.
Well, the same one Andrew give to him. Because they will know what that's why.
What are you talking about? The man who own the website?
Yes.
You can't blame that man for nothing. Or you blame the man.
And that's why I'm saying Rocky Me this day try to clean up the Hog Pen.
Listen, man. What Rocky Me is saying, you see, we have to understand some people, you know. Some people can't come out blatantly and tell you what go on. But when they come and talk this rubbish, it is for those of us with rational thinking to pick up, say, listen, see the man that throw away everything there. Carl, where Rocky Meat says pure garbage.
That's what I'm saying.
Not even Rivet and dump no one them the garbage where Rocky Meat spit out at the PSC.
That's what I'm saying. You can call it OPM now. It's Hog Pen.
True. True.
Is that garbage?
But good hog na them the garbage where Rocky Meat talk.
Thank you. Well, that's all I have to say this morning, man. Keep up good work, bro.
One love.
Okay, cool.
Talk Jamaica morning, Portland Spice TV. Like up the video for me. Like up the video. If you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe. Go ahead, caller.
Let's say top of the morning, Colin, and to all the listeners out in Spice Land.
Top of the morning and
Colin,
welcome, my brother.
Yes, sir. Let me start to educate the country about a few things.
Yeah.
Let's bring it back to at least to where the colonial masters makes a lot of mistakes, and we've seen it happening up to today day into this government of the day. Colin, you think mongoose, let's start with that. Mongoose were originated in Jamaica?
Mongoose, God met mongoose, man, but they were brought to Jamaica for a specific reason.
Good. They were brought from where?
I wish I didn't care mongoose from again. I don't remember, but they were brought for a specific reason.
India. They were brought from India. And the reasons they were brought from India was for what?
To kill snake. Not the key.
No, not snake. Not snake. It wasn't snakes.
What then care them to do?
Snakes wasn't the problem at the time. You know what was the problem? The problem was rats. The problem was rats.
Rats?
They were brought here to yes. The problem they have at that time was the rats was feeding. Listen, me, Colin. This is facts. Rats was feeding on the cane. The colonial master never cared about snake, but the snakes was non-venomous. So the rats were their problem, and they were growing in population and eating down their cane.
Okay.
So they learned about the snakes would have eaten rats. So they went to India and get those mongoose. The snakes eat rat, but they wasn't able to eat them at the amount the population was climbing.
Mm-hmm.
So they heard about mongoose that would have done a better job.
Okay.
They brought mongoose, but guess what? Mongoose hunts at day. Rat eats and hunts at night.
Okay.
So it became a challenge. So the mongoose now couldn't get feast on the rat, so they start to eat the snakes.
Okay.
So the mongoose eats the snakes, and the rat population still keep climbing. And the mongoose couldn't catch the rat. So what the mongoose start to do, that does end up actually extinct a lot of our birds, pretty ground birds that we are. So the colonial master never do their homework the right way.
Okay.
And that's a lot because of consequences. We are no rats eating down Jamaica like crazy.
You're teaching me something this morning, because my information was that the mongoose came to eat the snakes. So
they kill snakes, but that wasn't the purpose they bring them here. They brought them here for.
I am listening.
It was for the rats.
Okay.
Now, this brings us back to this Indian and this government who does not thought out this thing thoroughly. Thing thoroughly with this money.
Talk to me now.
I want to ask a question. This organization that is this Indian link, this website to, is it a profit organization or a non-profit organization?
Boy, you go far and come up back in the man. Blows the man got mongoose and rat and snake and then come up back to the Indian. But the company name went on? Lord, come Shaka. What the company name went on again?
All right.
The Subman
I don't remember his name, but anyway, if it's a non-profit organization, based on this, if this goes far,
the Amber Group.
Jamaica could possibly not see a cent of that money anytime soon, if ever. Because let's say it's a non-profit organization. And people start to get panic that their information is in danger, right?
Yes.
And some people a person might put up a good sum of money and want to get tax write-off.
Yeah.
If it's a profitable organization, they are not able to supply them with a tax write-off.
Watch you know. Watch you know.
So, if that person wanna put a lawsuit, that could tie up this money in legal battle for years to come.
But Jesus Christ, Carla, you're gone deep.
That's where we go to say this prime minister never saw this or do his homework right.
Tell her
before they put this thing into this. So you see where the colonial master and this prime minister is working under the same thing.
And on that, Carla, I tell you all the while about the incompetence of this government. Why would a government with all its resources, hold on, why would a government with all its resources allow a group to build a website to get donation and the group owns the website? Are you saying to me that the government of Jamaica now have competent people within its rank who could have built that website owned by the government? Why an Indian? Why an Indian own the website that people are doing? Hey boy. Go ahead, Carla. Go ahead.
Well, this take us to the 300% raise that this government says he put in place to attract great minds. Where are those great minds that this government put in place to attract to do things like this? That he have to go to
let me tell you one
who nobody actually know much about.
Let me tell you one of the great minds. Eli Clark is one of the great minds that the government has attracted. The greatest mind in the parliament is Eli Clark. Brightest fellow. Brilliant.
Well,
nobody in the parliament is as bright as Eli Clark.
All right. Well, I am not the sharpest tool in the shed, but I could figure all these things out. So I don't understand what is going on with this government. He's lying, he's stealing, and there we goes mention the name the rat. We know Ratati. Outsmart him. My mongoose outsmart him now.
Because one of the questions I have in a caller. Because if you listen to the head of ADPEM, he said that at the beginning we never have agreement for the website, you know. It's after we start use it, we get an agreement. Now, when you are in, the man who own the website would have had the advantage in any kind of negotiation, you know.
Of course. And there comes it take you back where we can actually say he's doing it under the umbrella of Jamaica. And if you're an organization that is eliciting funds in false pretend.
Brother, you put a new
and that's legal.
You put a new spin on the thing this morning. very new. And as I said at the beginning of the show, there are a lot of questions that needs to be asked about this website and its operation and how this man came into being to develop the website. But the man said them develop it and offer it to the government. Why the government never say if you develop the website, we have to own it? Because this man have unfettered access to the website. I own it.
Well, the way I see it, this man have access to everything in this government. To everything in this government is a man have access to. And as I said, that some countries or somebody from some country that donate some money is not don't want to say, hey, I don't understand where this is going on with my money. I want a tax write-off and I can't get because you can't supply me this, and take it to court. Else this gonna be into a legal battle for years and nobody will get any money from it to do nothing that all these ambitious things they are planning to do anytime soon.
All right, my brother. Respect and thanks for the concept. Yeah.
Yes, brother. Give some praises and do the work.
Hello, good morning. Hello, morning.
Morning, Colin. How are you doing?
Hold on for me, please. Hold on. Hello, good morning. Hello, morning.
Morning, Colin.
Yeah.
Yep, yeah, man. Morning, Colin.
Yes, sir. Morning. We're listening.
Yeah, I'm come to me answer this man. Well, me and one a bright one. I mean, I go say something to you, and it's no politics. But you know, I don't want to see it for yourself. We traveling on the road and people talking about all these bad roads. You ever notice? I don't know how far ago. You ever notice that most of these bad roads are in the PMP areas? You ever notice it?
Them in a GLP area too, man.
Me not say no, but me say most of them area.
Well, I don't know. I can't say it's most, but I know that they are in GLP area as well. And GLP have the most of the areas, so I don't know. May I listen to you?
That's it. Me go on a road there couple of days ago last week. I mean, I tell you, man. Me don't know who it is. Me said not to respect to sorry about donkey. That donkey feel have better manners. Them first time when we was a boy, Colin, we used to carry cane. That you know, so we have money most. We have money most, and we have Yarmouth, and we have savings, not Clarendon. And we always have carry cane and so. And if you go to a man, because people used to hire than donkey. If you go to a man and hire a donkey, and him say yes, you know, he has to which party are going to use the donkey, you know?
Yeah, man, then the must.
And if you tell him which party I go, he say no, sir. You know, no, me can't give you. And you know the reason why I call him? It's a road that will mash up the donkey wolf.
Yeah, man, there's certain place you not send your donkey.
You know, I'm here telling you, calling Jesus Christ, man. We go past some road in a week, and I tell you, me respect to donkey, man. If me have a donkey, me wouldn't send him there. Me come back home with the vehicle, and I tell you, man, come and say vehicle, ask me question. And I say, where me to him?
Where you carry me go there so far?
You say me hear somebody that's creaking and something down everyone that my friend asked me, I walk go so. We can't believe it, man. But I don't know what we are going to do. I don't know what we are going to do to them, my road.
Well, they say they must spend billions, 25 billion they must spend. I think them say they must spend how much billion for the patching. So let's hope that the patching done properly. My brethren from England always I say we need to sue the government when they work them not do properly. We need to get serious as a people, my friend.
I mean, also something I call it. It never happened to me. I mean, never see it, but me hear more than one people talk about it. Can you imagine? A person going to court, and he went to court about 3 or 4 times, and the court not say, I want them to just look at him and say, make sure say you carry that witness, and make sure say your lawyer is here because the court is going to be tried and so a day. So make sure say him did it because the case are done that day. You ever hear people have that?
Make certain. Go again.
Like a person have a case in court, and you go about 4 to 5 times.
Yeah.
I want the judge look at you and say, make sure say you have your witness, or then maybe a lawyer or whatever, because the court going to finish on that day. So make sure that
yeah, man.
Fine.
Yeah, man. That's possible.
Yeah, the other day, I talked to you and I asked about we do report to and the lie and this and that and so. I think of it, you know, Kali. Me don't know if you might cut me off, no, but God knows, you know, me feel say somebody judge and somebody foolish, you know.
Foolishness like what?
With like a quarter draw out for years and years and it just can't come to us about it have to finish today.
Yeah, but the judge have to have reasons and have to be able to show why them finish it. You understand? And then sometimes your lawyer have to ask the court to throw out the case because the time, and sometimes your lawyer have to file no case submission because one of the problem, you know, every time you go to court, the worst if you have a lawyer, you have to pay the lawyer, you know. So some of the time the lawyer, them make their money off of you too, you know.
Yeah, me know that. But
yeah, man.
All right. Give me your feeling with Cruel Reed course.
Well, Ruel Reed case is Ruel Reed lawyer try dry it out because remember them I try say the FID now have the right for arrest him, man. So it is a lawyer, it's a tactical case. The lawyers them are putting some tactical overthrow to dry it out as long as possible because you were saying said justice delayed is justice denied. So they are trying to delay the whole thing to deny the Jamaican people the justice. So it's a lawyer thing with the Ruel Reed case.
And the last case now is the Integrity Commission.
Yeah.
They are saying they have enough funding to get workers and so. Tell me something. Each time one of them people carry the integrity go to court. Who the Integrity Commission have them own lawyer to defend them?
Yeah, man. But the Integrity Commission is stacked with lawyers. But maybe lawyers don't really defend themselves in court, so maybe them have to also employ a law firm as to defend the Integrity Commission. But we pay for all of them there, you know, because the taxpayer of this country are funding the Integrity Commission to the tune of about $2 billion annually, you know.
Yeah, because I don't the road them here go. So if these people who keep on at the Integrity Commission to court, them most of them now have the money and them most of them have to pay money. So they must suck out all the little money now. So when them can't go no further, everything go down again.
Not necessarily, but they are suffering the taxpayers' money. And I don't think that if Andrew Holness wants to take the Integrity Commission to court, I think he should resign and take them to court, but he shouldn't be taking them to court as the Prime Minister of Jamaica. I don't understand that. I have a problem with that. But give thanks. We talk again.
Yeah, man. Respect. Cool.
Blessings. Caller morning. Hello? Hello? Morning, caller. Morning.
Yes, Colin. Good morning.
Morning and welcome.
Yeah.
Like up the video for me, everybody. Like up the video. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. The caller earlier on about the mongoose. Regarding the mongoose, he's correct.
Okay.
Because Jamaica used to have some ground birds that used to lay them eggs on the ground.
Yeah, man. Like partridge.
Especially over Goat Island. Because
remember
I've been
partridge?
over
You know
there.
partridge?
Yes, man. I know
Yeah,
partridge.
Man. Yeah, man. Them birds.
All right. So, Colin, I am the supporter of the GLP and I call in from time to time. But I just want to know, because when I called yesterday, I saw some of your the comment section saying I am a Labourite.
Hide it.
No, but is it wrong for somebody from the Labour Party to call you and put forward their arguments?
Not at all. I actually enjoy when the Labourites call. I want you all to call.
And they're saying that I'm being paid to say what I'm saying. Are they being paid to support their arguments?
But my brother, everybody have a right to their own opinion, not a right to their own facts. But that's their opinion.
Exactly. Okay. All right. So, Colin, what I want to talk about briefly this morning, I want you there for a reason. A reason, man, I want a reason this morning, right?
Yeah, but you know, I'm not going to keep you on for more than about 10 minutes.
No,
max.
man.
All right.
4 minutes.
Go right ahead. Go ahead.
I want to talk about the minimum wage.
Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
The minimum wage now in Jamaica is $17,000, right?
Yes.
And I have been going out this week to purchase things to see what things value.
Yeah.
Right? $17,000 no.
Mm-hmm.
Right? This is what it gets you. It gets you 30 loaves of bread.
30.
One bread costs $560, right? I bought chicken yesterday for $400 a pound.
Hold on a little bit. How much you say for a loaf of bread?
Yeah, you hearing me?
How much you say for a loaf of bread?
$560.
$560. And you said times 30. Then the money not done.
You're going to divide that by
No, but then why you buy so much bread?
17,000 by that.
Yeah, man. That is $16,800 for 30 loaf of bread.
Yes. I went the $400. I went to the wholesale. It's $400 a pound for the chicken, right?
$400.
$400 a pound, yeah. $17,000 gets you 42.5 pounds of chicken.
Yeah.
Right? And rice. I'm just giving you basic commodity items that Jamaican cannot get around them. I have to purchase these things.
Yeah.
Right? Rice. I bought the rice yesterday, $100 a pound.
Yeah.
Right? $17,000 gets you 170 pounds of rice.
What's your point?
Right?
Because I think you're going about it the wrong way. But
Yeah.
what's your point? Come to your point.
Okay. In 2016, in January, right? The minimum wage was $6,200.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
You get 24 loaves of bread for that because bread at the time was selling for $250. Right? You get 24 loaves. Chicken was $180 per pound.
No, sir.
You got 34
No, that's
pounds.
not true. That's not
this
true.
is according to the Consumer Affairs Commission.
So
how much was the pound for?
So hold on.
How much was the pound for the
All right.
chicken? How much was the pound for the chicken?
Chicken was like anywhere between $100 and $150 a pound. But let's work with your figure.
No, it's not mine. It's not mine. It's the Consumer Affairs Commission.
So let's work with that figure. So
right.
So
you
hold
could
on
get 34 pounds. Hold on now. The last item now, rice. Rice at the time was selling at an average of $50 per pound. You could get 124 pounds of rice for that. Now, when you compare the two minimum wages and what they could get you, you get 6 more loaves of bread under
How much?
this $17,000. 6 more loaves of bread you could get under today you could get 6 more loaves of bread. You could get 8 more pounds of chicken, and you could buy 46 more pounds of rice. When it comes on to petrol, gas, right? In January of 2016, a liter of 87 was selling for $91 a pound per liter. It is going for around now 205, depending on the gas station.
Don't touch the gas. Not touch the gas.
Yeah, gas is fun. But
I'm warning you that now will come out in your favor.
Okay. So my point is this: when some of your callers call in and them say, times were better. Which times are they talking about?
All
When
right.
are they
All right.
talking
Let's look at chicken. Back in 2016, the minimum wage could buy how much pound of chicken you say? Come here, work with your figures.
34
pounds.
34 pounds.
And now the minimum wage can buy 42 pounds. Let's look.
42.5 pounds. Yes.
Yeah, so let's say 42. So 34. So you say it can buy 8 more pounds.
Yes.
But the minimum wage has gone up by almost 200%. So if times are so much better now, 8 pounds more chicken is how much percent of the 42? How much percent that? Would that work out to 200%?
I mean, I don't know, Colin.
Would it work out to even 50%? Hold on, man, because you come with this, and see it here, $17,000 is only $1,000 less, 3 times the $6,000, You understand? And you barely can't get 10 more pound chicken. 8 pound more you get.
That's not how you should look at it, Colin.
Hold on, no.
You should look at
Hold on.
comparative.
I listen to you.
Really should look
Allow
at,
me now.
Okay, go ahead.
Allow me now. I listen to you. What your figures is showing that the strength of the $17,000, yeah, doesn't equate to the 200% increase over the $6,000.
Colin, you shouldn't look at it that way. Look at it one to one.
No,
look at
man.
it one to one.
You
What
can't.
if you get,
Hold on, brother. Hold on, man. Hold on.
All right.
You have to look at the value of the money. And I will tell you here that the $6,000 add more value than the $17,000 now.
Because Colin, it got you less food. It bought you less food.
But it should. Of course, it should. It's 6,000 to 17.
No.
My brother. Let me tell you what I know.
Isn't it the value? Isn't it the value of the minimum wage that we're discussing?
Yes, and I am saying to you
so if
that
the value
in
now
2016. But let me say to you, in 2016, that's $6,000.
Got you less than what the minimum wage got you today.
Yeah, but
one to one, Colin. You have to look at it one to one.
But it should. It should, you know. It should. But based on your figure,
no. So
8 pounds.
Hold
on, 8 pounds more. 8 pounds of 42. Hold on. How much you say we did get?
34.
Hold on. 34. Because what me I try said to you, if the minimum wage is increased by 200%, yeah, you should be getting easily 100% more.
Okay,
for your money.
But
this
Colin,
$8, hold on, this $8 is about 25%. And I am saying that your figure is not even right, because in 2016, a pound of chicken was anywhere between maybe even $80 you could have get chicken for. Depends on where you go. Yeah? So between $100 and $150.
So you're saying that the consumer affairs figure that I gave you is incorrect? Because it's not my figures.
I am not saying it's incorrect, because there's nowhere in Jamaica where you go and everything sell at the same price.
Yeah, but we work on an average. We work on an average.
Right. So you use the highest figure.
If them say something is between, okay, go ahead.
You use the highest figure. And I am saying to you,
listen, I did not.
What is the
I did not.
Even with even with chicken right now, you are using $400. I know a place where chicken are sell for $4.50 a pound, brother.
Yeah, but Colin, I gave you an average, and my point is this.
Hold on. Let me work my average and tell you. If in 2016 a pound of chicken, let me use $120, because I used to raise chicken in 2016. I used to sell chicken for maybe like $100, $120 a pound. Yeah? And if you use 6,000, hold on. 6,000 divided by 120. It's 50 pounds of chicken that. It gives you more than where you get now. If I use 150, 6,000 divided by 150. It's 40 pounds of chicken that. Is the damn same. Okay. It's the same.
No, Colin, but hold on. Can I tell you what my point is though? Let me stress my point. Let me stress my point. When your callers call in, I hear them say people are suffering.
People are suffering.
Hard, right? But what I'm saying, the minimum wage, you're talking about the most vulnerable people.
But the minimum wage not much better, if it is any better at all than what it was.
But what I'm saying, to me, they're yearning for a time when things were better. What period is that? What era is that? When was things better?
When was things better?
Tell me. Look at salaries. You know what a entry-level nurse earns right now compared to what she was earning in 2016, and what that could purchase now and then. We have to look at it one to one.
The money could have buy more. The power of the money was better in 2016.
But I just worked it out a while ago. But your figures, minimum wage earner now could purchase more food.
But brother, no. Me use the chicken. I'm show you. It is the same. It is the same.
No.
But you never said to you.
So why have you rejected my number? Because you're saying no.
I know better. I know better.
Colin,
Hold on. Let me ask you a question. Can we? Is there anywhere in Jamaica right now that a pound of chicken is selling for $4.50?
Possibly. Is there anywhere in Jamaica now where chicken is selling for $3.50? Is there anywhere in Jamaica now where chicken is selling for $3.50?
Hold on. So if chicken is selling for $4.50, 17,000 divide by 450. A 37 pound of chicken that could have buy. Call it 38.
Yeah, but Colin,
so
what are you doing there? Is there anywhere in Jamaica now that chicken is selling for $3.50?
I don't know.
Is there anywhere in Jamaica
I doubt that.
So why are you coming up with this now?
It's not why I'm coming up because
for $4.50?
I am sure that if you're going to the supermarket,
it's chicken selling for $4.50.
If you're going to a supermarket, no. You can chicken is selling for $4. Mix, somebody just tell me, mixed part is $4.50 a pound for chicken.
Colin, I am telling you that I went out. Colin, I am telling you that I went out yesterday and I bought it for $400.
And I am saying to you that it is also been sold for. But I am using your 400. You know, I am not even moving your 400. I am using your 400.
So if you're using my 400, Colin, right?
And I am saying to you, in 2006, the average for a pound of chicken at the higher end is $150. So all your money can buy now is £2
No,
more.
I said 2016. Or you gonna 2006?
Sorry, 2016. 2016, me talk, man. Not 2006. My mistake. 2016. The high end for a pound of chicken was $150.
So you're not using my 180 here. Okay.
Because chicken weren't selling for that.
Colin, even with your argument, 42 is still more than 40.
Yeah, but that's $2 10 years later.
No,
it should have been better.
It's hold on.
Listen, the increase is 200%.
No, 1-to-1, Colin.
No.
What can a dollar buy you now? No. What can a dollar buy you now, and what could a dollar buy you then?
And I am saying to you,
look at it.
I am saying to you.
No. Do you agree with that?
Yes.
Do you agree with that? We're talking about dollar for dollar.
Yes.
Dollar for dollar.
Yes,
so
I agree.
A minimum wage earner now dollar could buy you more than a minimum wage earner dollar could buy you then. So
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that.
No.
That I don't agree with.
But isn't 42 more than 40?
42 is more than 40. But you must
isn't 170,
also... But hold on, man.
Isn't 170 more than 123?
But you must also put into the mix the times that we are in and the level of increase that you have to get to buy the same.
1-to-1, Colin. 1-to-1.
It cannot remain at 1-to-1, brother.
No, but it's the same dollar. It's the same dollar.
It's not the same dollar. The dollar is weaker.
No.
I am saying to you now, the dollar is weaker now than then.
I am talking about the minimum wage.
The minimum wage.
The minimum wage number. You have to look at it 1-to-1. All right.
Brother, hold on. Hold on. Let me ask you a question. In 2016, you could have eat 3 dumplings based on your size. Yeah? In 2026, based on your size, you can eat 6 dumplings.
Yeah, but my 2 might still satisfy me.
No, but the point I want to make to you is in 2016, if you could eat 3 dumplings, if that were full your belly, and you were working $300 a week, and the 3 dumplings are full your belly, when you come up to 2026 and you need 6 dumplings, yeah, dollar for dollar, you can't see yourself earn $300 same way. You have to now start earn more money so as to satisfy your bigger appetite. As a country grows, my brother, we expect things to get better. You expect things to be the same as it was in 2016. That's what you expect?
Colin,
so the point I'm making to you, my friend, hold on.
Yeah.
The point I'm making to you, the value of money should get better every year as we grow.
Colin,
you disagree with that?
That's kind of idealistic.
No, so you disagree with that?
In the world now.
Caller, do you disagree that we should get better as we grow?
But Colin, there are factors.
Are we getting better? Are we getting better?
Yes.
Show me the better, my brother. Show me the better.
Because the government has enough money to give a minimum wage earner enough so that it has more purchasing power now than it did in 2016.
All right.
Is that true, Colin?
All right.
Is that true?
Let me ask you a question.
No.
No.
Is that true? Answer that question.
That's not relevant because you have missed the point, and that's why I want to ask you a question to bring you up to speed.
What the minimum wage could get you now?
I want to bring you up to speed.
Okay.
Where we were 2016, in 2026, what is the average of improvement you think Jamaica should have achieved?
Colin, I don't know, but I don't want to get there.
As a Jamaican, I am saying to you, as a Jamaican, where we were in 2026, the country was at a certain position. As a Jamaican who wants good for your people, what average of growth you think we should have achieved each year then? Let me break it down for you then and look on each year. Or Colin, every 5 years. Do you think that we should be growing? Do you think we should have been better than we were in 2016 now?
I know we're better than we are in 2016.
No, man. Hold on. I'm not getting
now.
this yet. I'm just asking you. Do you think we should have been better?
Colin, that's a loaded question. Of course, we could have been better.
No, but you have to cool. Hold on, man. Answer what me I ask you. Do you think we should have been better?
Yes.
By what percentage? Yes. By what percentage point? If you have to put a number to it, by what percent do you think we should have been better?
I am not an economist. I'm not studying it like how you already studied.
Me have you longer than 10 minutes. But
all right,
you have to look at growth of your people, my brother. You can't expect your people to be same as they were in 2016. Thank you for the call. Caller morning.
Colin, I never really want to talk to you this morning. I just want to get him off my phone. Him a chat rubbish. Him stuck in them ways and him not going to learn.
But let me say this.
Just take what him say.
Let me say this. As a Jamaican, I want my country to get better every year. So if 16,000 could have buy you 32 pound of chicken in 2016, let's say 17,000. Could have buy you that in 2016. That's the minimum wage. The minimum wage should have been able to double that amount of purchase. Your purchasing power should be getting stronger, not weaker. Your purchasing power should not be the same. If the country is growing, your purchasing power should get stronger and stronger and stronger. Yeah? So when you give people that
the man
big
just
raise,
working off gut feelings.
you see,
him just a work off of gut feelings. Him not come with no fact because it might have worked for him because maybe a proximity him have working for him. But the question you should have asked if him don't listen out there.
You're breaking.
It don't sound like him live a yard.
You're breaking.
And you know what I tell you, say him really don't know him at all about when him said the best race that government workers got was under Nigel Clark. And as a past government workers, that is the biggest lie from the pit of hell.
Because a lot of people did not even get a raise.
Pit of hell, Colin. And
the politicians get the biggest raise.
Experience, facts. The politician got raised.
Yes, massive.
And
raise.
the higher hierarchies in the force got raised.
Yes, yes.
But even the middle people, because when the raise came, I was at the tip of my pay scale, as in the extreme end of my pay scale based on my seniority. Yeah. And I saw persons who came in 1 year, 2 year, got more raise than I did.
And start get more money than you.
Get more money than me.
But the more money now, caller, cannot do what the money.
But everybody knows that, Colin, this man is just talking off gut feelings. Everybody knows that. He's just talking off gut feelings, and maybe it is working for him based on whatever proximity him have, or maybe wherever him is in a life.
Watch this. By his number, you know, the minimum wage had to be increased by 200% for you to buy 25% more.
But does the government give minimum raise though? Does the government give minimum wage raises?
Yeah, man. Now them get.
Yeah, they announce it and that they said it should. But how many people going to lose their jobs when the people who actually have to pay those minimum wages?
Then that's why.
When a government worker was getting 2% over 4% over a 2 year period, or even 5.5% over a 3 year period, who is going to pay the minimum wage
But
earners.
hold on, caller.
With what money?
Remember on
Because
the political...
if the minimum wage earners are getting more raise than I am, who's paying them? Who's going to pay them?
But remember, on the political platform, Andrew Wellness said him that will raise minimum wage by 2,500. This budget we're just reading,
And government workers are not getting that one time.
Him could have,
Some of them are getting
him never do that.
$1,500.
Him never do that. Him could have only go by 1,000.
But even if he did, Colin, you have government workers who are just getting $1,500 extras per month. So who is going to pay that $2,500 per week extra?
You see,
so how many persons are going to lose their jobs because the persons who are actually paying the minimum wage can't afford to pay it?
That is it. But I want...
So this man is just talking off good feelings.
Let me tell you something where I realize about the labor rights. They don't intend for Jamaica to grow and get better. Because if you come with an argument, and it surprised me that him come with this foolish argument, that the increase of minimum wage to $17,000, 200%, and you can only buy 25% more by his numbers.
Makes no sense.
Which is not correct.
Me guarantee you say him don't live a yard. Him don't live a yard.
In 2016, the high end for a pound of chicken was $150. The high end. So chicken was selling anywhere between $80 and $150 a pound. So when you work it out, it's actually the same.
I want to tell him that government workers got the best wage increase under Peter Phillips. After they wrecked the country, Peter Phillips came to the federated persons and said, whole strain. Him come and talk to the people that make we know say in no position to give with no money. Him say whole strain. There's no money to give now because of what the country is going through. And the other government workers that call in and tell her that Portia gave us $15,000 to $25,000 every August of about 3 years. We could depend on that $15,000 every 3 years to help it back to school. Because she made sure that she gave us something to help out the situation because we never did get no raise every August for about 3 years. And when the raise came, you have some people pay double. You have some people left from, because I was on the scale about probably like 90,000. And when I got my raise, I was somewhere around 135.
All right.
That was the best raise that we got. So him a come with fit him La La Land story where he make up in a fit him where him government convince him off. It's just a big lie. And it is always the persons who are not affected by the situation is always have the biggest mouth.
All right, caller.
Like
Thank
him.
you. Yeah, bless. All right.
Okay.
Marshy, it is important to ask them though. What expectations do they have for the country of Jamaica? Because it come like them expectations very low. Very, very low. Go ahead, Marshy.
Morning.
Go on, my brother.
Yeah. Colin, you know something? There was an accident one time, and a man get his foot cut off and he was there crying. And a man come on and see him and said to him, say, what happened to you, man? The man said to him, say, boy, my foot chop off and it's a pain me. The man looked at him and said, boy, take it easy. That man over there, he's dead cut off and he's not saying anything.
And not him not saying anything and can't say nothing.
The man said the man had cut off and him not saying anything. That's what the man said. Yeah. Now that labor right call you. Yeah. Labor right caller. Now I'm not back to them because I'm a labor right. And me know as a labor right, most of them have to talk nonsense. The man talk utter garbage, yes, sir. 7 years ago, I started to collect my NRS pension. And Nigel Clark put $5,000 on it. And the half with you where we have there now, him did come and put 1,000 on it. You know that the money can buy half of what it used to buy when we start get it?
Can't buy it.
Only if you hear me.
Yes, I know. I know.
Can't buy half of what it used to purchase. I don't know where this brother come from with him garbage. Maybe they send him to come divert from where we are talking about, or from where you are talking about the whole morning. The man just talking pure nonsense. You have thousand other way over here this morning, and I tell the man come to send up a pressure with him nonsense.
No, but you just enjoy the show, man, when we beat them when they come. Just enjoy the show. It's a part of the
vice,
entertainment. I like when they come.
Yeah.
That because as I keep saying to you all, you know, the things that you hear they come here with, they have them on their platform. Those are the talking points where them have on them platform. Yeah? And we don't get a chance to beat them because if we go up on them platform, when me go up on them platform, then cost me about Boston Beach. They don't want to discuss nothing else. A Boston Beach, then talk about.
Yes.
If me ever try to go over there.
Well, I mentioned that Boston Beach is Friday.
Yes, Friday coming. Yes.
All right. A brethren promised to pick me up, you know.
All right.
Promise to pick me up. I hope all will be well.
All right.
I hope all will be well.
Yes.
No, Vice Note. Vice Note.
Why
Cliff Hughes don't play the whole of the Vice Note?
But what is in the voice note, Marshy, that is damning?
That's why me want to hear. Because not when I Vice Note not say anything, say nobody want to say anything. So play the whole of the Vice Note. Now Cliff Hughes, you know you're a liar and a hypocrite. I mean, wouldn't even bother going any further with the Vice Note. Cliff Hughes, you're a part of the Amber Group, where the Indian man, you know. What go on with the money? Because you seem
hold on. Cliff Hughes is a part of the Amber Group. What go on with
the Hurricane money, Cliff Hughes?
Oh, you get that Cliff Hughes is a part of the Amber Group.
You know, see the man a shake and the man
but that no mean apartheid. But you see, let me tell you something. I am not.
Amber part of nationwide. Amber part of nationwide, man. I'm friend, man. Let's not go around the curve.
I don't know these things, Subman. When you say these things, me have to ask you. Me have to ask you when you say these things.
Remember that Cliff Hughes is a great journalist, you know, and he knows everything, you know, and he can't get everything. Remember, he can't get Vice Note. Oh, nah, get everything. He never get Roger Vice Note.
No,
I
look
just
so.
remember. He never get Roger Vice Note.
I wonder if Dean Jackson Miller did hear that Vice Note. My good friend Dean Jackson Miller, me still rate you, Dean. Me still rate you, but I wonder if you did get the Rosie Vice Note.
Me no know if you get Roger Vice Note. I don't know because Roger Vice Note sound damaging. This Vice Note,
I want to play part of the Vice Note. Hold on, Marshy. I want to play.
Because this Vice Note I big up somebody.
Listen this.
Bear in mind that the Nara bill is what the JLP sees as its glory and its savior for a fourth term and a fifth term or whatever. Speaking to some of them recently, some of the operatives, they see Nara as their way out to get back in tune with the Jamaican public, because they know them in a bad state, the public itself, the cost of living and everything. So they see Nara as a saving grace, and they're going to do everything in their power to try to get whatever done, which means bypassing like our parish council, which, you know, probably would do delay tactics and don't get it, which is why they did it that way. But safety standards and these things is a concern. So,
all right, so somebody tell me, what is the damning portion of that voice note?
Well,
I don't know who it is.
The minimum wage call a while ago. Him can't tell you because he know if it's a garbage. Get him back and make him tell you.
I figure the part where the person say, probably we might use delay tactics. Is that what they're referring to as the damaging part?
Me no know. And when Cliff Hughes, because Cliff Hughes, I make the point, say they want to do something to Major General Anderson. They want damaging.
What I hear them say about what I hear them say about.
They say that the man is good. They say him now no bad record.
Exactly. But Major Anderson, me tell you no, Major Anderson is an underperformer. The most people dead in Jamaica when Major Anderson was commissioner of police. So
he was advisor to the Prime Minister on crime also.
And people dead like rice grain. So I don't know what them are talking about. This person who in the voice note don't know nothing about Jamaica history. I don't know nothing about Major Anderson.
Yeah, man.
Major Anderson was the commissioner of police, you know. When we have some of the highest amount of people murdered in Jamaica, he was the defense advisor to the Prime Minister.
Right.
So what am I talking about?
And crime went up the most. Nobody not to damage Major Anderson. Him damage himself already, man. Nobody not to damage him. But to hell with them, then, now, sir. Concerning this thing, what I know, sir. Concerning this thing, where the website where them have set up. Now we have some little third farmer school right now can set up a website. You know. Some little third farmer. And the question when me want to ask, before this Amber man come here, me not saw him, before them man they come here in Israel. You ever hear so much hacking go on in a government circle?
Listen, man, 45,000 attempt or 45 million attempt last year. Marshy.
Oh, so much hacking.
But Marshy, why is it that the government of Jamaica would need a third party to build that website? What is there?
If you ask me that question, me will answer it this way. The money can go by wire. The money can wire away. Those who have it, what happened to Tui Bank? What happened to Bank of Jamaica? What happened to Nova Scotia?
But you need the website for people all over the world can access it and do the donation. But even if the Amber Group are going to do it, why you want them to own it? This look to me like the market me business. You know, remember Jamaica Move? The Jamaica Move thing where other people own it and own the rights to it. What kind of game is the government playing?
Yeah, man. The game, I want if a game I play because we all have to mix up with something there. My understanding there was another fire at JDF last night again.
Last night? You sure last night?
Yeah, I went. Our night before.
Maybe because I see one.
Could be them.
I see a clip. Me don't know what go on.
I understand that it was last night. I hope I get it right. So me wonder if an hour have to go do something up there so now to fix up a JDF.
Well, Fort Rocky coming.
We just asking the question, you know. And one more question to you, Mr. Andrew Wellness. Who is going to build the model house? NHC or the hurricane money?
Tala
that. Because you tell with the NHC, you know.
And
why
then Rocky Mead. Then Rocky Mead tell you something else.
Tell a lie good. They must learn to tell lie, man. Learn to tell lie, Andrew Wellness and your crew. Come on, man. You don't need to do better than that, man. But me back to Cliff Hughes, your friend, your part of your company. Amber man a part of your company.
Me don't know that.
And they say, show me your company. Yeah, man.
There is nothing wrong with the Amber man. Gonna blame the Amber man for if government give a deal or you gonna blame the man who get the deal. A government give the deal. Later.
Thanks for correction.
Later.
Thanks.
Hello, good morning. Welcome to Talk Jamaica. We're live on PortlandspiceTV. Like up the video. If you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe. I know about 400 on our watch when I subscribe to the channel yet. Subscribe to the channel. Go ahead, caller.
Good morning, Colin.
Morning.
Yeah, man, you've asked how much I put for saltfish then, how much I put for saltfish now. That you should ask him. God, me don't know where you get chicken $180. Chicken right apart.
Brother, them time then 2016, me have over 10,000 chicken I raised, brother. So no man.
The highest chicken is the 120.
No, so maybe it could have go 150 in some places. But the average price for a pound of chicken in 2016 was about 120 for true. Anyway, because you could get chicken for maybe $80 in some places. But
some places to get all the time. $80. If you get some supermarket, I want to get $80.
Yeah, man. So what I was saying to him, what are your expectations on how the country should grow? You know, expect the country to get better every year? That's my expectation for Jamaica. So I expect in 2026, where the money 2016 could have buy, should I can buy more now? Enough more.
Colin, but the man not face reality, man.
No.
When the man that tells us it can buy more bread than him, man, we shouldn't have bread in matter about. We should have been not talk about. Because the man, they give you too much time for your program, man. We come talking crap, them, man. He need a toilet tissue, man, to wipe his mouth.
Tell her, behave yourself. Behave yourself.
Yeah, man, need a toilet tissue to wipe his mouth, man.
Behave yourself.
You understand me? When bottom should I do a mouth
behave yourself. Hey, may I tell you something? Me build my first house in 2002. So 2001, 2002, me a bill. Me buy my first ton of steel for about 9,000 and change. Yeah? 9,000 and change. Oh my God. Oh my God, my God, my God, my God. It's a ton of dollars. Yeah? Yeah.
Colin, you know, ask how much you used to pay for electricity compared to
hold
now.
on, I'll tell you more. In about the same 2016 period there, I think then time I do me upstairs. I buy a ton of steel for about $32,000. $32,000. Much for a ton of steel now? A ton of steel now? No, it's 129,000 for a ton of steel. But couple years ago, a ton of steel was like, when me a build 2020, a ton of steel I feel like 190,000 because I got a deal and buy about 10 ton of steel at $160,000. Yeah.
All right. It depends on where I buy them from too.
You better know that. You better know.
Them money last reality, man. Them money are really propaganda, man. You see, stop entertaining, man.
But the problem
because you see, if you come tell a lie, if you come talk something, man, talk facts, man, talk truth, and when I deal with them, announce the story that you got to talk about, things can better. Your light bill gone far more. But if you compare, you used to pay 18 cents and 18 to 25 cents a kilowatt for current. And now you pay 50 cents a kilowatt for current.
Yes.
And you're going to say things better. Things are much worse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Most things triple, double, triple, all them things that. What you used to pay for a red stripe beer and tell? What you used to pay for anything? What you used to pay for a Jugger?
Brother, listen.
What you used to pay for a Pepsi? What you look for one. You know, face the reality of life.
No, sir. You see, hold on, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about the GLP. Anything that they think will make the government look good, they say it. Anything. They're no business if a facts or our opinion or a lie or a fantasy. Once them think that will make the government look good, they say it. You me tell him, say, don't go on the gas because that now go benefit you. You see how quick he left it?
Yeah.
Me say, don't go to the gas because that not going to benefit you. You leave it alone fast.
Yeah, man. First of all, they match up the edge, when we pay the insurance, they match up that.
Oh, God almighty.
Right, may I tell you, so...
Let me tell you something. The government should resign. You see, right now, I believe the Labour Party government should step down because of what they did with the edge. That alone, make me think the government should have stepped down or call an election now.
That was infrastructure to Colin. What about infrastructure to the country?
You see...
I mean, I say, I'm the most infrastructure. Which infrastructure Andrew do? One infrastructure Andrew do was in female at the highway from Harborview to Center to Portland.
He was like the contractor for that because that was Portia Simpson Miller brainchild. Portia Simpson Miller sourced the funding for it, of which scale
it down.
Three times they take out money out of it and scale down the work. Anyway, brother.
Yeah.
Bless up yourself.
Man. All right.
One Neville Carter in the building.
Hello?
Neville.
Hello, morning, Colin.
Morning, sir.
Morning to your valuable callers and your listeners.
Yes.
Colin, how do I reach the location at Portland next week Sunday?
All right,
yeah,
so the road through St. Thomas is now in much, much, much better condition than it used to be. So that would be a smooth drive. Or if you like the junction like me, then you could come through St. Mary through Port Antonio and come up to the east. If you come St. Thomas side, you will reach Boston Beach long before you get to Port Antonio.
So it's Sunday, right?
No, man, it's Friday, the 31st.
Oh, Friday is the 31st.
Yes, and Saturday is Emancipation Day.
Okay, I thought it was Sunday.
No, man, it's Friday.
All right, yeah, Boston Beach.
Yes, man. We have a little
All right, Colin.
Yeah.
Colin, I listened to your program since morning.
Yes.
And I like the mathematics that is played on the program. I like the maths when you do maths on your program.
Yes.
But it's two maths I would like the people them to look at.
Mm-hmm.
We're celebrating our 64th anniversary next month, right?
Yes, week after next Thursday.
Yeah, how many people
not week
reach
after next, sorry,
64
next
now?
week Thursday.
Yeah, how many people reach 64 now and are comfortable without the living and can live off of the retirement money that they are getting that is set up by the government system of Jamaica? Because your government of Jamaica is neither PNP nor labor right according to the constitution, you know, it's government.
That is right.
So when we turning it into labor right government and PNP government, it's like it's a crab in a barrel. We turn it in for one government to look out for one set of people and one government to chastise another set of people. That paradigm can't work. That paradigm can't continue, people.
That is key, Neville. That is a key assessment.
Yes, everybody need to do the mirror test now and ask themselves, am I comfortable with how I'm living and where I'm going? Because we are in World War III, whether you believe it or not.
Right.
And America is losing the war.
Oh my
America
God.
is going down.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you believe it or not, America is going down. And our Prime Minister, the Honorable Andrew Holness, is afraid of Donald Trump like a pussycat. And you can take that to the bank.
And cash it.
Secondly, the next maths I want to look at is what happened in Hurricane Melissa in those lands. You know, we have a national hero that died for St. James, his name Paul Boger. His name
Sam Sharp.
Sam Sharp.
Yes.
I must him name Paul Boger.
Yes.
And we see them bulldozer and land, bulldozer and people, good house, NHT contributors house of Paul Boger land when they should be NHT should be contacting those people. Work out a system with the government so they could help those people to prevent them from going down into poverty.
People upon land where Paul Bogle tried to Stony got and back for in a Monday morning, which was choppy clear when the men from Stony got drew near, clenching their sticks in their farmers' hands to claim their rights in their native land. How many more and many were dead that same day when the vestry flame rose red? It was chopping and shooting, and when it done, Paul Bogle and his men knew they had to run. They run for the bushes where they hoped to hide. But the soldiers poured in from Kingston side. They took their prisoners to Morant Bay where they hung them high in the early days. Paul Bogle and hundreds of St. Thomas men died for those land. And the government should have sought out something for the people in Albion instead of bulldozing their house. Andrew Holness, how could you? The land where we people them shed them blood for wickedness.
Yes, secondly.
And we call them judgment.
Yes,
judgment for you.
Yeah. Secondly, Samuel Sharpland. How is it that we have government ruling over people who were run off slave land by the slave master and them employ the Chinese and the Indian, Portuguese and pay them to do what black man used to do under slavery? And we have so much government running the country from 1962. And all now people still now have no land out of those places. And the government take 11.4 billion out of the NHT every year. Doing what?
Madness.
Now these, and we sit down and talk about we are labor right and PNP. We're going back into slavery.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
We're going right back. Hey, you see when them done with the digital technology and the cashless society.
Never.
Then we are going to know it's God we are serve, because God don't tell us a house divided by itself cannot stand.
Cannot stand, my brother.
And the love of money is the root of all evil.
Yes.
Then you expect God to send that message to our people so long. And the people them sit down and make PNP and labor right and drag them into the mud. And the church can't talk because them get hush money. And then you expect Jesus to bust the sky and come save you.
Oh yeah, boy. Talk your talk, Neville.
Hey,
Talk your talk.
Why them want to expand Bellevue, Shaka?
Why they want to expand Bellevue?
Yeah, why?
Because
I have a Bellevue.
A lot of people are suffering from mental illness on this island.
Yeah, because the people them not unite to see what is going on and they're not educated. It's three things mash up, you know. The national debt, which is going to a lot of people. A lot of these big companies, they're depending on the interest rate from the government to keep them balance sheet and them big business active. The political divide that them used to exploit black people, especially the African male. And the illiteracy that is among us, you know. And Sam Sharp was trying to educate the people and them kill him. Marcus Garvey was trying to educate the people and them really kill him dead. Same thing with Paul Bogle. Hey, Shaka. Shaka. Nobody coming to save us here.
Nobody at all.
And remember
Nobody
your
at
family
all.
is your family is your army.
Yes, yes.
Just get them ready for battle, because 2030, they're missing the 2030 agenda in Jamaica, you know.
Yes. Yes.
And they're coming with the 2035 agenda. And that agenda is not for me and you as the common man, you know. Because if you expect 2035 to see any Andrew Olney's son or him grandson, them a sell bag juice down a town, you're mad.
Not going to happen. Not
So
going to
what
happen.
we are doing for our grandchildren to ensure that they don't sell bag juice in town. Talk about PNP and labor right.
That can't help.
And all the man we are talking about how much bread used to sell if I was tell the man say, tell the man say, the family life in Jamaica mash up. And a woman no want a poor man. And it come of age now that if the man them can't fool them role as provider, protector and fixer. No baby now go born.
Better know that. What them say a 600 born last year?
Huh?
What them say a 600 babies born last year in Jamaica?
Yeah, Jamaica birth rate gone down about 30%. And tell the man say, if no baby now born, all the government policy going in the rubbish heap down a Riverton. You take care.
Blessings never, Carter. One love. Yeah, man. Friday, people, we're going to have a link up on Boston Beach. Whoever want to forward, meet and greet and chat up and, you know, get to put some faces to some of the names who call. Caller morning and welcome. Hello, morning.
Yes, Mr. Bell. Good morning. Good afternoon.
Yes, sir. Morning.
One quick question.
Yes.
How much for a loaf of brown bread? Brown or wheat bread in Jamaica?
You see, for these things, but I forgot to check the price because I don't go to the supermarket. I don't know the prices of things. And even when I pass through the supermarket, sometimes I just take up and go on. Because if you look on the prices, my brother, you're not going to buy. Can tell you that.
Well, a price up here for a brown for a loaf of wheat brown bread with poppy seed cost $1.90. Up here, $1.90.
$1.90.
$1.90. Yeah, £1.90.
Okay.
90p.
That's two. Call it 2 pounds.
That's seeded bread with we call it poppy seed.
Okay, I don't know
Seed,
that.
I call it. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, you know what Jamaica really need, Colin? Jamaica, the 14th parish of Jamaica need an avalanche.
Why?
Last action, last suit against these mayors. And if this was going on, all that Indian bloke are coming down there, open up website, he will be running from Jamaica because he be scared. You know, you have taxpayers taking them on in court.
I am almost sure that Indian man was invited to Jamaica, you know.
Well, but I didn't fight on that. I'm telling you, if there was an avalanche of class action lawsuit down there, those people don't want to come near the shores of Jamaica because taxpayers are taking them to the courts.
But
you know what I'm saying?
I don't know why you're focusing on the man, the Indian man. The man is a businessman. And what business people do, my brother, is seek opportunities. It is the government that is supposed to protect the people of Jamaica. Yeah? And protect our tax dollar. It is the government, my brother. The people them where people go, they go vote for. Yeah? So if a businessman see an opportunity and take it, you can't blame him. You can't blame him.
Colin, I got a question, Colin. You're a businessman, am I right?
Yes, I'm a businessman. Yes.
All right. Well, let me say this to you. If you know that you're getting to something which is a bit dodgy as a businessman, would you take that risk? If you know that the citizen will take you on in court with action lawsuit,
no. You can't. You see, I'm gonna tell you something. Every business sometimes have risk. Every business have risk. Now, if you're getting into business with the government, you shouldn't be afraid. Because it's government and there are checks and balances to ensure that everything is above board. Now, if the government is naive and allow somebody to own a website that people is donating through, you can't blame the businessman because the businessman wants to make the most money. So if him say, listen, I am going to give you free access for a year. After the year, you're going to start paying me. It's a way of making money. You understand what I say? It is the government now to have the technical experts say to them that, listen, we should own this website. Yeah? So if they are going to design the website, make we pay them to design the website and make we own it.
I agree that. But
the businessman is looking for the interest of his business, and the government should be looking after the interest of the people. So it's a competitive environment.
Yeah, I can agree with your point. But I mean, if you know that this thing is dodgy,
it's not dodgy. It's not dodgy. There's nothing dodgy in there for the businessman. There's nothing dodgy in there for the businessman. I don't see anything dodgy about what the businessman is doing. I see incompetence in what the government is doing. And if there's anything dodgy, it is what the government is doing. Because you never can tell me maybe there's kickback for somebody in government why they're doing it. Because them should have learned from the market me something already. From the Jamaica move, them should have learned from that already that the government need to own these things.
Well, Colin, you know the head of the stream is very dodgy when it comes to money. You know what I mean? Anything that is dodgy, he's happy to jump in it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he has a track record. He has a track record of collecting charity money and taking it by stocks.
Oh, you're talking. That's what the Integrity Commission said. And the former chairman said that every statement that they make are statements of facts. So,
yes.
Say that again. Say that again.
Yeah, and you know the sad thing about it, his wife was setting up a charity down the line too. You know what I mean? You know, I'm telling you, Colin, listen to me. The head of the stream is corrupt, and you know, and he has a track record of milking the education cash cow.
Yes.
From his early days. That's it. You know, so
yeah, man.
He's a seasoned criminal. He's a seasoned criminal. You know, if you know what I mean.
Blessings,
you know what I'm
my
saying?
brother. Blessings.
Yeah. But I say, Colin, the country need to have an avalanche of action last suit right to the 14th parish of Jamaica.
I hear you, sir. Respect.
I think
1-876-804-7072. Good morning. Welcome to Talk Jamaica. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. I know it's about 400 people are watching this channel right now who have not yet subscribed. Click the subscription and subscribe. Megawatt Volt, Auntie Lane. Morning. Marie. Morning. Big up on yourself, Auntie Yvonne. Bless up. Yes, caller. Go right ahead.
Good morning, Colin.
Blessings.
Yes, blessings for everyone on the chat calling in, listening, and the Madam Producer. Colin, how many more rivers do we have to cross before we see relief, the boss, whichever will give us relief in this system?
Let me tell you, there's a song that says there will never be any peace until God is seated at the conference table. Yeah.
So let's focus on that, Colin.
I don't know how much
let's
river we're
focus
going to
on
have
what
to
you
cross
said.
before we can see the boss.
But you hit on something that the Almighty must be at the table. Now let us look at the real situation. Check out the real situation.
Check it out.
in Jamaica.
Nation war against nation.
But we are talking about PNP, GLP, independent, whatever. We all in a turmoil. But as you said, I'll go back to what you said about the Almighty has to be at the table. Now, for all these monies that we see, they allocated to the churches. No, the churches, you get paid. Now do your job. Get the fasting and the prayer and the supplication up. Gather the people together and ask the Almighty, because say if move, we still have to look on this man I deal with where I deal with,
Yes.
Because if the Almighty don't allow it, it cannot happen. It cannot come into fusion. So he's allowing it because we have sinned. As a people, we have sinned. And so they get paid to do their job, whether them get it shut up or whatever. They must know that the church has a conscience, and it's the people's conscience. Because when people go to church, it's their conscience, and they go to worship to cleanse it. If they don't go every Sunday, some people go only on Saturdays, some go Sundays, some go how much time for the week. This is what I am calling this morning to say. The heart of mankind, the human heart, Colin, we cannot read. We can't read the chessboard, because you're reading it so much all this morning when you're dealing with that man. The only thing I have to tell you, it's your show and you're right. Everyone has a right to his opinion, and if he gets an opportunity to talk. But I am asking you with all due respect, limit him. Don't make him draw you to go to another and another.
Yes.
He is sent to discourage your callers. And if you don't see through the spiritual eye, well, me I go tell you through the raw reality eye.
Yes.
He is sent to discourage your listeners, your callers, your subscribers, because Portland Spice has become more than Andrew Onis administration can handle. It cannot be bought. It cannot be sold. It cannot convince, because you come from truth. As you said, the truth, you can't defend it. You can't explain it more than what it is. It is raw. It is the truth. And Colin Bell, know yourself now. You have reached at a point where you're going to get hit harder, because the battle is harder.
Yes.
It is tougher.
Yes.
It get rougher, because so they're done. They don't have no levels to stand up on. With this Amber thing, I hear when Mr. Robinson said something and he's soft tactics. He used a soft tactic on these two men, that is when you're Rocky Mead and Mr. Gill. And he used the soft tactics on them, and he gets so much information that he doesn't even have to ask anymore. The whole world, even those who contribute internationally and locally, where we money, where we send them, what will happen? See how many people calling in with the hard questions, Mr. Bell.
Yes.
I am only going to leave you with this, my brother. I'm telling you, my respect. Be aware.
Blessings. Blessings. A word to the wise is sufficient. Hold on the head boy. Hold on the prezi. Let me say this before I go to the president. If I am not debating what the owner of the Amber Group is, Prezi, turn off the instrument in your background. I am not debating what he is and what he does. But I'm saying to you that business people are in business to make business. We elect representative. President, turn off the instrument in your background. We elect representative to defend us. Yeah? So when our representative make bad deal because business people are sharp and witty and even conniving, but they are looking for more out of any deal for their businesses. That's what businessmen do. And that's why when we are electing people, we need to elect people who are honest, who have good reputation, who are transparent, yeah, and who have a good track record of integrity. Because when you get involved with business people and you don't have the interests of the people at heart, then you will get led down the garden path. When you have elected representatives who we believe that they are willing to take kickback, then you will get all kind of deal. So I am not saying Amber Group is not this or them that. Who I am holding accountable is the people them when me appear. Me not pay Amber Group whenever I elect them. We're paying our politicians, our leaders. So at them we must hold accountable for making a deal with them. Take the website, and what they are doing is having this website where this man own the website and we now going to have to pay the money. I cannot blame the Amber Group. Amber Group will look the best deal. President, morning.
Yes, sir.
President.
Okay, cool.
President, morning. Why me not hear? Why President not hear me? President, morning. Him not hear me at all. Head boy, go ahead.
Colin, morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, man. We're hearing you loud and clear.
You know, I think something has been missed, and you're correct. You know, you're assessing the Amber situation. You know, yeah. Something has flied over many of us head. One of the first things we must ask ourselves: how did Amber get to the point of offering to build a website for the government? For this,
there you
collection
go.
of.
Yes.
That's the first question we must ask: how they reach there, you know? Because the first point is we have what is called eGov.
All right.
Formerly fiscal service.
So why those people never build the website?
But I want to tell you, and I want the listeners to look beyond. It is against the policy of the government, meaning no government entity is supposed to engage privately without the authorization of eGov, because every computer that the government has, every technological device has to go to eGov. Yeah?
Yeah.
If you need upgrades on the computer, you take them to eGov. What we're seeing happening now, particularly for the Amber Group, is the Amber Group is able to bypass a lot of these requirements. In fact, there's no tender that came for this website was built 29 hours before the hurricane actually made landfall in Jamaica. You know?
What you say?
29 hours before.
So they knew it was coming and it would be bad. Hey, yeah, Tala. What you say?
But let's go further, Colin.
What you say?
And to show you the level of corruption that's involved in this deal.
the same group had a data leak, which would be sufficient for any government to disband them from doing any business on behalf of the government. Because you're talking about the breach of people's information and travelers' information.
What kind of data leak they had?
Remember they had the data leak during the COVID?
Oh, yeah,
People's travelers' information was leaked. Over 1.5 million passengers, including American citizens.
Yes.
Their data was leaked. So from there, you had that issue. Why would you go back to offer them or have them offer you to build a website? But I am going to get right what is happening.
Yes.
Behind the scenes, we forget, and you know business, Colin. If you have somebody set up a website for you, for example, let's say they're doing events, and the tickets normally go book online, right?
Yeah.
You know that the money don't necessarily come to you directly.
No.
It goes to the vendor.
Yes.
It goes to the vendor of the website. What is happening in this situation? And we need to ask ourselves the question, what is the fee being charged by Amber Group to the government to process these funds being
and
that
hold
will
on,
come into
Ed
their
boy.
website?
Hold on. That's why I love talk to you, because it not just stop there, so. Which account the money going on first?
But I want to suggest to you that that money has never come to Jamaica. You want to bet me on lose?
Where say?
Let me tell you why I say it to you. Where is the host for the website? The domain of the website is registered in India, you know.
I say you believe it? I say you believe it, boy, that the money got India and not come to Jamaica? Or it got India first?
It had to go to India first. And I am saying once it goes to India, on the back end, the Amber Group is already getting 4 to 5% as transactional fees.
Marcia is saying it goes to Mumbai first.
Yes.
Lily said the money that India. Man, no go and tap tell lie, yeah, man. Let me lock off the channel.
Hold on.
What that talk say? What that chat say?
Let me help you.
Please, I need help.
This is your field.
Yes.
You're looking at it the wrong way enough because this is your field. You're not supposed to be guessing about this. When you book a ticket for what they call a big party there in the summer, the 6-day party or the 5-day party.
You mean
right?
Dream Weekend?
Dream Weekends. The booking is not done in Jamaica. The funds is not sent directly to Jamaica first. It is sent to where Dream Weekends hosts, where their collection person is. Then the arrangement is now to have a reconciliation of the accounts to show when the ticket buy and move the money accordingly to the account. You remember when Mark Golin asked a question, and this is when I realized something was untoward. He asked, because Mark Golin is a financial man.
Yes.
He asked the question, can you create a tracker so we can see simultaneously while the donations are coming in, what movement is happening? And you remember Dana Dixon couldn't answer the question. She stopped, she jumped, she skipped, she happened, they're going to look at it. Because, Colin, I kid you not, these funds, what caught them off guard, and this is my view, they felt that they would have passed the Naira already. Yeah?
Yes.
So they would have started to spend the money. And you and I would have forget that the $4 billion is sitting in India. And I will still say it is sitting in India because
hold on. The Auditor General said them spend 1.8% of it. So some might come at Jamaica then, man.
Yeah, but Colin, let me help you. Let me help you with this.
Yeah.
I want to realize that a chopper government do not deal with. If I have $1.4 billion sitting in an account in India for you, what is it for me to transfer from one of my local companies to you and tell you go and hold it until me done when me do India?
So Ed boy, the question me I ask you now, how much of that money is in Jamaica now and how much is in India?
Based upon the Auditor General's report, and I'm going by the Auditor General's report, you know. You rightfully quoted, the Auditor General says 1.8 has been spent. But when you ask for a breakdown of it, it cannot show you what it has been spent on because it is banking fees. It is the fees that Amber charged to process receiving the funds.
So let me ask this, because let me ask this. When somebody donates to the Support Jamaica website, you are saying that it go India first.
It has to go where the host domain is and where the accounts are linked.
And I will agree with that. But at what point it comes to Jamaica? I must that Jamaica now.
Yes, Colin, and I'm agreeing with you, and I'm saying to you that one of the first issues that should have caught the government's eyes is why would you allow for the funds to be? We already have eGov. We have the same payment things through government that eGov is actually the center of.
Yes.
Right. So we should not have gotten ourselves caught up in a situation where our funds is sitting outside. And I tell you what, and I kid you not, and this is my view. This group, and I'm not going to call nobody's name, this group is apparently a laundry for the government of Jamaica. And let me tell you why I say so. If you look, just before the general election the other day, a man from India, same as some spiritual guru, came and said he was going to give the government of Jamaica $20 million towards whatever. Cybersecurity was involved. But he's the chairman of the foundation that the same Amber guy set up. We need to understand something what is happening in Colin. The leaders of Jamaica who are thief, the money in Jamaica, they're not keep it at Jamaica anymore.
I said
they're
this morning.
In the Caribbean, they're not keeping it in America where they could seize it. They're not keeping it in the EU nor Canada. India is our new laundromat.
I said this morning that there are so many questions that should have been asked about this website, I don't think the PAC went deep enough in asking the questions. Some of the questions weren't answered. A lot of the questions
have been how did Savadia con his way into becoming the leading person for technology in Jamaica when Savadia came to be Bustoat's spa and yoga instructor. Yeah? That's what he came to Jamaica to do.
Let me tell you something, When you find people leave from them big country, they come at them little country and they come for dominating, brother.
The man have no IT experience, none whatsoever, right?
Yeah.
None. The guy who was running Sandals' internet system or IT system is a guy named Yoni Epstein. He's the guy who run ITEL Pro. Anybody know? We not talk foolishness, yeah? So he had never had an IT position at Sandals. How he met Andrew Holness is through the same group circle that surrounds himself at Sandals, either the one up at Portland or the one down in St. Mary and St. Anne. There's a group of them always run Bootstore. And that's how he became close to the government. Yeah, but with no IT experience whatsoever. The first attempt of him doing any major project for us saw us having data breach leak. And it is now time for us to ask ourselves the question, why is the government so invested in Amber? What is it that Amber has over people like Dr. Roy Gillens and others who have their own prominent IT firms in Jamaica and can't get even one work for pull one computer?
But why wouldn't the government be investing in Jamaican companies to do this kind of work? Why is it that we have to be using an Indian company to do this kind of work?
I'll tell you why, Colin, because this is a part of the laundering. So what they do, they bid low, push up the cost, and in India, you can get the fraction. So for example, if you want a cybersecurity person, in the United States, a cybersecurity person now worth less than $4,000 or $5,000 a month. But in India, you can get that same cyber person for $1,000 to $2,000. So what do you do when you charge US prices? You make a kill at the back end. That's what is happening, Because I'm going to India and give it to some cheap, low-cost person down there. Not to say the Indians are not very good at the technology. That's not the issue. But you are charging us $10 and going out to pay $2. As they said, the man is a capitalist. Yeah? But at the end of the day, This cannot be right with what you're leaving we are at risk. Colin, ever seen so much attacks on the systems of government?
Well, them said 45 million last year.
45 million attacks. Yeah? Then we have another situation now as I go, Colin, which is even more worrying. Because with the onset of what is happening in the war right now, right? I don't really think these guys poor Darrell, and I have to say poor Darrell, right? Andrew went to Guyana the other day, and he met with the Suriname leadership to say he want to buy oil.
Yes.
And he also met with the representative from Venezuela. The Venezuelans are actually, they're not the ones selling them oil now. It's Trump around Venezuela, you know.
Yeah, man.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Right? Anything with the Isle of Trump. Imagine this. And to show you how that all this kissing up to the United States has not benefited Andrew Holness. So you want to buy the oil now from Venezuela. Your friend in America is in charge of it. And you can't even go to embassy, go have a conversation with them to see if they could help you get some oil. What can go so? The man can't sit down and meet with the Americans. The Americans refuse to have any discussion. They tell him go meet with Venezuela. And Venezuela tell him go meet with America.
Because Venezuela don't have no control over the oil.
But we are in a situation, Colin, where we have a set of guys who, because of how they treated Venezuela, how they treat the Caribbean, they're pariahs, nobody wants to see them. And they come with this stupidness about voice note. But Colin, let me tell you what's really happening. We know that ocean-wide is being paid to deal. You see the same Savada guy?
Yes.
The man them have an algorithm thing where them develop, Colin. You see like how you talk right now?
Yeah.
Your program done, they run the program and they look at they have a system that can tell them the amount of dislikes, that the comments coming from people cussing the government, saying bad things.
Yes.
And they look and every day they see where they're behind. They just did an internal poll, right? That is showing them behind at least 15 points. The lowest Andrew Holness has ever been behind Mark Golding. I want people to understand this. So what do? You need to have some sensational stories.
Hold on. You said the GLP did an internal poll?
Showing them being 15 points, meaning at the leadership level.
But you can't see something wrong, you know. You can't see something wrong because...
And at the party level, they are trailing at about 7 to 10. So this is actually the first that Mark Golding is actually leading the party. When I say lead, I mean the polls, you know, where the leader is more favorable than the party.
Yeah.
This is the first we have seen this for a long time for a party. So what they're doing, you know, is looking at that data. They go on TikTok, they monitor TikTok, they monitor all social media.
Yes.
They gather the data from the day and then they prepare every week as how to project. What to do So you see even all the signing of Julia Chung, the girl from Savlamar, where the man did tell her same have a dream and she vexed.
Yes.
Her crossover was a part of their algorithm system, the system they're using.
And you can see what nationwide is doing when they come up the other day with this whole Crawford thing. And I tell everybody right here that all of that was a distraction. All of that was planned and they are orchestrating the move so as to move the focus from the recession that the economy is suffering, from the TCN, from the Andrew Wheatley, and it looks like they are also being successful at doing it, moving the discussion.
Well, the problem that they face, Colin, is people like you.
Right.
People like Mystic Sensation and others, and so that's why they keep on. So what they're doing now, come this week, you're going to hear another voice note. Remember, I did tell you. Come this week, you're going because you must ask yourself the question: how long did Nationwide have that voice note?
Aye.
And ask yourself also, how did they obtain it? Was it obtained by legal means?
They say it there again, brother. We'll talk.
Me afraid of WhatsApp these days. You hear?
All right.
With these men around. Pegasus at work. Bless up.
Pegasus at work. Bless up. Caller, good morning and welcome to Talk Jamaica. You're the final caller. And like up the live for me now, everybody. Give the like give the live a thumbs up for me. Yes, sir.
Yeah, morning.
Morning, sir.
Me soon top call, you know.
What make?
Me can't sit down for half hour and a half a press one.
Sure, man.
I don't know how you get so high.
I know me get high. The channel a grow, brother. And
you should just call every time you call me, just call straight.
Just start straight. All right. Yeah, man.
Anyway, me here say, you know, blame me Coolie man with the website.
I can't blame him.
But
no.
Me understand what you are saying, but when it's not a website, but it's a partner to Andrew Wellness.
Then hold on. Then Andrew Wellness you have to blame, brother. We now listen.
Yes,
every businessman, every businessman want a chance to get government contract.
But the man is no businessman. He man work with Andrew Wellness. Andrew Wellness business.
Then if Andrew Wellness carry me in, well, you have to blame him. You have to blame Andrew.
Because remember, you know, if you remember the man history when they got through, you know, before election when they not got through man thing, you know. Remember man tell them say he run from one district and go a Mumbai when my 15, you know, sleep in a kitchen, wash plate and all of these things, you know. So this man couldn't be no man who really educated to no great dimension, you know. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And in the last election, then said them $10 billion over 9 years. You come to Jamaica and over 9 years you value $10 billion. That man they have hide money for somebody.
But as somebody let him in, brother.
That man they hide money,
But as somebody let him in. Who let him in?
You not call no name. I just tell you say I hide money for somebody. There's no way. What he could have do to get rich? So
I am saying to you that he is not the problem.
We know him not a major problem, but him must some.
Me not give none of the blame. Every man who is in business, I look opportunity for them company or them organization.
All right.
And they are looking the best deal.
Him not important.
Who we must deal with are those that are elected to deal with the country's business and not dealing with it properly. Yeah?
We will let him alone.
Yeah.
What is the purpose of our opposition?
The purpose of our opposition
is to go in and find
is to
highlight all of the things that when they see when no feasible or no benefit.
Hold the government to account.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
highlight issues in the government in the running of the country. It is the opposition responsibility to bring awareness to the people of the country on whatever is going wrong.
Which is more dangerous? Physical or verbal?
Two of them have dangers. Two of them have,
Mr. That's why I say more dangerous.
You can't just look at it that way because there are some things that you can say were more dangerous than some physical things.
A man we talk about that issue, and a man where physically do the damage. Let me fix it that way then. Like for the example, the auditor general would have give a report. These are body, you know, what pay to do this work. And he would have come out and say 3.5 trillion can be accounted for. Right? And me now come out and I tell you, say the government are thief and rare, but the media and all of them I look for me where I say the government are thief and I say I'm me, I mash up the country. Because me I make Jamaica look bad internationally.
Then that them say about we, you know. That them say about me, that them say about Raleigh, that them say about OB. Say we
so me we on that talk where you are do. I'm me the problem.
Then no, the GLP, you see the GLP have a communication harm that is killing a brother. Well-oiled communication machine them have there, you know. A spread propaganda, you know. And create narratives, you know.
All right. Me, from me born till now, you see, me not tell no lie. From me born till now, I first me ever listen one clip more than 25 times. Me listen to Diane Jackson clip. With the lead voice note.
But she not play the voice note.
Why are you listening so often?
I was trying to find out what are they talking about? What the problem they in it?
That's why I wonder if AI, I wonder if I really Dian. I wonder if I AI.
Because when me looking up, look, me say something. Dian say him no know if a PMP attack. Him no detect devices. Him no know if a hierarchy member of the PMP. But after I say all of that, him say it no matter. So if you don't know who attack and what been said, it no matter who say it, you gotta blame the PMP for it.
Then
How that makes sense?
But you realize that me tell the brother yesterday. Say I can't assume say a PNP. Tell me a who. Him say no know
so
who.
you but the answer it, the answer no know who, they not detect device.
So you have attributed it to the PNP.
High ranking member of the party and all these things. But yet still you after you say all of that, you say it no matter. That means PNP no come to you, you invite them to come discuss what with you? Someone we don't know nothing about?
No, you see, I believe that the PNP should have gone.
Gone to the end?
Yes. They should have gone.
They are not value that no more.
But listen.
They are not value that no more.
No, but Carla.
Journalists no more.
Carla. No, I never say that. When you go to her and she play the clip, you simply say to her, who are the people on the clip? When she says she don't know, then you say, then why you... Then,
about your position.
Let me tell you something, man. And that's one of my problem with PNP, PNP now attack, PNP have to start attack these systems, these narratives. We have to start attack them, brother.
We understand, but listen.
So, like the brother come to me with it yesterday. I say, who are the people? Him say, no. Let me say, then how you and me must discuss it, say a PNP. And you don't know who them. Tell me who them. And when you choose a PNP member, they should have gone to Dian. Hold on. Them should have gone to Dian. And when you go, you have say, what is the clip? Play it. And when she play it, you say, who? And if she says she don't know, you say, then why you call me?
That's why I'm not wasting time in front of guys.
Yes, but subtly you have to embarrass some of these people when they come with the garbage.
No more, man. First time Dian and the journalists who we look up to, man.
No, them platforms still big.
To slow and talk to him, man. Dian, right now, Dian's friend, Emily, she not sure I call a long time. Remember, just what when Nara passed, Dian have 28 agent called Dian and Dian they on the program with and now we not disagree. Dian I said if we work with the government with Nara and I go on like we not agree with Nara. We never doing that known from ever since the Nara now since what we support. How we talk go. Them say they support the quick work, but we not support how Nara set up.
Yeah, we don't support the structures around Nara. No.
Everybody that known. So when they are going to build a program and I say we now support the government and we are fighting for power and with this, you have a right to say I must AI.
Me wonder if AI, I swear to you.
Me say me listen to
every political party is set up to rule, to lead countries. So if you say we're fighting for power, that's our business. That's what we do.
Then that you did it for me to do. Me if work with you with any foolish you do. So when me get back in a power,
anyway,
me support everything when you do.
I'm going to run because I'm going to run. I'm going to talk to the fireman as the final call this morning. Fireman.
Hi, Colin, how are you?
Yeah, man. Lock off the system in our background for me.
Yeah, man. Good morning to yourself and your viewers, your callers, your listeners. Colin, I am going to be the first to say this, and I'm not defending colleagues in mainstream media or anything like that, because I don't know how many will defend me. But I am saying that we have to exercise more. People should exercise more tolerance. And question what Dian have done, because I personally have some questions, because like yourself, when I listen to the clip, I am wondering why would Dian have that takeaway? So question it. But to be talking about her not being journalist and not being this and so on, I think, it's really kind of going over the top. Question is the disagreement that you have with the world, because Dion is the kind of person that will do a piece today that PNP people will be very upset about, and tomorrow she will do a piece that Labour Party people will be very upset about. I have seen that throughout her work. All right. So, yeah, man. So I have seen that before, and we have to basically encourage 1,000 flowers to bloom. That's how you basically build out a society, and you're able to know, test the veracity of an argument, as to what makes sense from what don't make sense. But Colin, I want to just quickly segue into say that, listen, this situation that emerged out of the head of the ODPM last week in the parliament really and truly raised some very, very serious concern. And I must tell you that I've just sat down and I penned about 5 questions that I will be using in my opening commentary tomorrow. But I'll ask this one, Colin. The fact that we're understanding that the money, the website has not been turned over to the government of Jamaica. Who now have custody of the money? And that follows, are we sure that the 1.44 billion that we understand that was collected, is that the true sum? And how do we validate that? So there are so many questions that we have to ask, Colin. This is very, very untidy. And as we heard from on the same day on Jackson Miller program there, when she had experts in the technology sector, and they believe that this is poor governance to the core, what we saw happen with this website. As a matter of fact, they said even if the website was not built before, it should be catching up and turn over to the government. We're talking about approaching 1 year now, Colin, and this is not in the custody of the government. And it begs the question, is it the reason why the help that's supposed to be coming or to be going to the Jamaican people is not forthcoming? Because let's not lose sight of this, that this money that was donated by people in the diaspora and people here in Jamaica, it is the sole reason for it is to basically assist those who have been battered by Hurricane Melissa to get back on their feet. I leave it right there, Colin. Thanks a lot for accommodating. Blessings.
Blessings, Obi. Yeah, Conrad O'Brien, the fireman, Sleek Radio, 93 FM. Let me tell you something. Questions must be asked. The owner of the website, my concern is the money. Any of this money going to feed them account before it come to the government? Because if it's going to feed them account, is it that they are getting interest from this money? Hey boy, tala wala tala. Hey, I did say the final call, but this person been calling for a while, so let me give you a talk. Morning, talk Jamaica. Morning.
Morning.
Yes, you're on. Go ahead, caller.
Okay, this matter with what the gentleman brought up about the rat and the mongoose.
I'm not hearing you. You're low. Go ahead, caller. Caller, you have me on speaker, you have me in an earbud. Hold on. If you have me on speaker or earbud, you have to change that and just talking on the phone because you sound very far.
Hello?
Yes.
Are you hearing me?
That's better. Go ahead.
Okay. Yes, this matter that the gentleman brought up about the rats and the mongoose is very true.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole analogy that he brought forth is very good.
Yes, yes, excellent.
Because, and I hear you saying that we shouldn't, why are we going after the Indian man? Well, Remember, the Indian man was brought here by Butch Stewart to do yoga in the sandals,
Fine.
right?
Yes.
He himself said he had nothing. So where did he get all this money?
Then if he might get
hold on. Businesses?
You are going to blame me if I apply to the government for a contract and get it? You're going to blame me?
But he was given citizenship. He was given citizenship on what basis?
So what the man do wrong? If you live at Jamaica for 5 years, you can apply for citizenship. You never know that.
To Jamaica?
Yes, you don't have to be married. If you live here for 5 years, you can apply for citizenship.
Without being married?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Well,
you don't have to be married. If you live here for 5 years, you can apply for citizenship. Are you aware that if that man live here for a year, he could have run for parliament and become prime minister?
Well, I know that because of the Commonwealth.
Yes.
I know that part.
Yes, and if you live here for 5 years, you can apply for citizenship.
Well, at this point, though, he seems to be the person who owns the government.
But hold on, who you think give him that access? Him never fight him with that access. Him never rob the access. The access was given to him by people who the people of Jamaica give the power to give to him.
Well, that is true. Well, it's only one person that the access was given, that gave him if everything falls at Andrew.
So I'm not going to come down on the Indian man. Every man have a right to try to achieve his best. And the same way, I don't want a guy try stop me because I apply for something and I get it. And when me get it, you have bad mind. Me never thief it. The man never thief the contract. The man approach government and government accept. It is incumbent on the people who are elected to safeguard the country's money to do it. So at them we must hold accountable. Andrew Holness, we must hold accountable.
But then is he doing what is he really doing legitimate business, or is he just laundering on behalf of somebody else?
Who that? The Indian man?
Yeah.
We don't know that. We don't know that. So if the FID or the Integrity Commission or the Auditor General want to investigate him, then maybe you can call for an investigation. But at this stage, I don't see where anybody should have up in arms with the man and in business. A government give the man business. At them we must up in arms with.
But shouldn't we be calling for an investigation?
You can call for an investigation. You can. I don't have a problem with that.
But all of us need to do it.
But to try and blame the man for owning the website. The man look out for fame interests. So if you can own the website and make money off of it year after year, and that the man depend. President.
But that's why I'm saying, who is he acting on behalf of somebody to own the website?
But me don't know.
Anybody else getting paid?
That's easy to find out. So that's what we need to try to find out. But we're going to run here.
Right. Okay then. Okay.
All right.
Have a good day.
Yeah, man. President. Prezi. Prezi, me I hear you, but me don't know why you not hear me, brother.
No rain no put on. Pick up.
President. Why, Prezi, ring me and I talk to somebody else. I want to finish the program, and I need to finish the program. Hello, morning. Morning, caller.
Hello?
Morning.
Good morning.
Yes, go ahead and speak.
Good morning to everybody. What head boy was indicating, he's 100% right. In regard, 3 things that was not done properly. Yes, good Yeah. Hello. Good afternoon, everybody. What I was saying that head boy is 100% right in regards to what's the washing of money in India. First thing that went wrong is that they didn't have a proper tender. Any organization would not utilize that tender for any cybersecurity or any database. Two, definitely the database is owned by India. And the problem is, it's not just the database being owned by India. The problem is that our data is in severe, severe concern. Also, India doesn't have the regulations that we have in North America. So if there is a data breach, if there's a cybersecurity attack, there's nothing we can do about it because
so
they
you are
don't
saying
follow
that
the
the
proper
domain,
protocol,
hold on,
which we have in North America.
you are agreeing with Ed Boy.
Quickly,
Caller,
the GPS guy who gave an award to Wholeness the other day, I was able to work with that. Let me help that. Jack Dangerman. He's the CEO of Esri.
Hello? Caller? Where's she gone? Hello? Yes,
Anything
caller.
in regards to any type of demographics in Jamaica. So what I believe that Wholeness is doing, all these lands that he's taking, all these lands that he's demolishing, he's utilizing the JPS system for that. That system is over $1 million to utilize on a government level. So he's being very strategic in regards to the cybersecurity, the hosting of the database, and also finding out or being able to analyze what properties are available. That's all I had to say.
All right, caller. Thanks very much. My listeners and viewers, my subscribers, remember Friday, we have a link up at Boston Beach. Give the video a thumbs up for me, please. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please subscribe, like, and share. This has been Talk Jamaica for yet another Sunday morning. May the good Lord continue to bless and keep you. Make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Lord lift up his light and give you his peace. Until we meet again tomorrow evening for the Colin Bell Show. Peace be with you, my people.
We can pause for a second. Can you tell me who currently owns that website, the Support Jamaica website? I know it would have been created by a private developer on behalf of the government, but what's the current status of it?
So the private developer still owns the website. The agreement is an SAS, and forgive me if I forgot the meaning of it, but primarily it is they develop the website and then offer us the service. So we have 1 year's free service to the portal.
Do we have a formal agreement with that?
We do have a formal agreement in place. In the initial phases of it, for the rapid development and deployment of the website, yes, there wasn't the necessary agreement in place, but we had subsequently regained on that and caused for an agreement to be signed governing that website and its mechanisms.
Does I saw where you said the 8 non-ODPM users. Is there any non-ODPM or non-OPM staff who would have access, for example, to donor information, amounts that have been donated, etc.? Would that exist now?
At the current moment, only 2 such persons from the AG's chambers.
For
the purposes of the review here and now.
AG meaning Attorney General? Auditor General. So so there would be no non-government person who would have access to this information and data at this particular point in time?
More prescriptively, well, just to be clear, no non-ODPM staff currently has access to it. Conceivably, however, the actual developers of the website will have access to the backend because they still own the website. So their approved staff would also have some access to the website.
So
any changes to the website modality in terms of new information, which needs to be put up in terms of updates and so on, they are also able to treat with that for us.
Well, what I'm getting at is really the data, not so much the technical side of it, but I mean, you'd appreciate there would be fairly confidential information from individuals, companies who would have made donations in terms of names, amounts, etc. I'm more concerned about that than, you know, the private developer having technical access to update the website. So I want an assurance about that data and how you're treating access to that specific data.
So the developer and ODPEM have access to the information as per our current privacy statement.
We had burial, we have had a lot of near misses. Every hurricane season, you know, there are systems that come our way. Would have been without a committee for 3 years, given the vulnerability that we have as a country and the need to be able to respond quickly to disasters. And this is just this is not something that requires expending resources. It's just putting a committee in place to manage what would be there. Are you in a position to indicate why that would have been so?
Chair, I am not in a position to indicate why that gap was filled. Once the ODPEM came within my purview and I was aware that there was this gap, we worked very closely with the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service to get the fund committee in place, and the committee is now functional.
Can you indicate them? I don't know if the membership has been said publicly, but could you indicate the membership of that committee and who it reports to? Huh? It is what, sorry? I know, well, I don't know, but if you could indicate for us, please.
Did you want broad positions or the exact names that are in place now?
Well, or the positions.
Point about the percentage of donations that were deployed need to be put in the context, I would suggest, Chair, that we were getting donations in kind and we got cash donations. The decision that was taken was in the immediate aftermath of the hurricane, while persons were in need of physical items. Giving them money would not help them at that time necessarily. They were interested in getting physical items. The items that were donated in kind were given priority. Some of them were also perishable. Notwithstanding the policy, we still ended up losing some things that were close to expiry date. The decision was to, using the helicopter support we got from the US and otherwise and other support, to get physical.
Tell them to try pre-we, big up Portland Spice TV. Tell them to try pre-we, big up Portland Spice TV. Remember to subscribe. See, Portland Spice TV, Louis Culture say it once and we say it again. Portland Spice TV. We are going to hold them and pop it off. Bogus badge where we report.